Right, we are live. Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the Kiwi Lad channel. We are starting this live stream just a little bit late, and that is due to the fact that the other game that did take place between the Hobart Hurricanes and also the Sydney Sixers did run a little bit longer than it was anticipated, but I hope you are all doing well. As you can see here, the Perth Scorchers, at the moment, they are sitting 9 for 1. Colin Munro was out bowled just a little bit earlier on, but that is the first 2 overs down at the moment. And now we have got ourselves Bartlett once again bowling, who has gone for 7 so far. But I hope you are all doing well. Do let me know who you think is going to be winning this game. That was a big swing and a miss there from Bancroft, who is sitting on 4 off 7 deliveries. Actually, no. That was a very late call of a wide, though, because of it does mean that it is going to be having to be bowled again. So, unfortunately for Colin Munro, did end up missing that one earlier on. We have got Morecake there. Also, we have got Paddy Wagon there. We have got myself in the chat as well, Morecake, and also Jay and Prestige and Mr. 18 as well. But do let me know, ladies and gentlemen, who is going to be the top run scorer for the Perth Scorchers here. I feel like Bancroft is probably due to have a good total when he is on strike at the moment. It's a nice cover drive there going through the gap. And the Brisbane Heat, they're going to be having to chase this one nicely. And cut off by Duckett. And now it is going to be thrown in. Just keep to the 2 at the moment. So Bancroft sitting on 6 of 7. But anyone who didn't see the result of that last game, it was in the end won by the Perth Scorchers. They were able to win it by 14 runs. It went down to the final over, and it was a pretty close game. The Perth Scorchers, in this one, I feel like they will want to set the total of around that 160, 170-ish, just because we are at Optus Stadium, which is a very nice stadium to bat at as well. But then there is also a little bit in it for the bowlers. It's a hot day, and that's a nice ball there from Bartlett. Hits straight at the man at long off, or mid off, sorry. Now Bartlett, he is definitely, he can swing a ball. So if it does end up being pitched up a little bit too far, he will certainly be able to make the most of it for himself. But yeah, it is going to be an exciting game. I am looking forward to it. And hopefully my voice will last throughout this one. We have already done the match just a little bit earlier on for the BBL. So I'm hoping that we will be able to make it through this one without the vocal cords trying to disappear, because it is always unfortunate when that happens. But Chris Lynn at the moment, he will be wanting to make the ball disappear. That one's gone very high from Bancroft. This is a catching opportunity. Oh, he's missed it by miles. Baisley has lost that ball by about 20 metres. It fell about 10 metres or so away from the man there, Baisley. He was standing still. That one's gone straight up in the air from Bancroft. And the sun was up. He's looking for it, looking for it, looking for it. He can't see it. And then it falls about 10 metres behind him as well. And let the Scorchers find success and Jay happiness as well. And the Jet says a bash in there. I mean, a nice shot there from Bancroft. They were actually able to run 2, and that's going to be at least 2 once again. It's going to be good cover on the boundary. Not quite able to cut it off, though. And that's the 4 runs for Cameron Bancroft. So a little bit of a lifeline there for him early on, with the fact that he did almost get himself caught out there. But it's going to be interesting to see how it does go. I just realized I've got a little star button next to me, like on my live stream, and I don't know what it does. What just happened? Sebastian, did anything happen to you? Because I just clicked your thingamabob. Oh, okay, that's actually very useful. Right, ladies and gentlemen, I found a new feature on my live streaming software, which makes me seem like I'm a little kid in a candy shop, because pretty much what I can do is when I see an important comment, I can put a star next to it, and then it pretty much means that I can have that for future reference as well. And also we have got the I push it as well. Says that Jay there in the chat. I was worried that it was going to like do something like light up the screen or something like that. But yeah, pretty much it does mean that I can mark out important moments like people's predictions and whatnot. I could actually star them so that we can look back at them in the later stages. But Guthrie now, he was able to pick up that early wicket of Colin Munro, flicking it nicely off the pads there for Pattinson. And that is going to be going out for the 2 runs out deep mid-wicket once again. Nicely done, Guthrie. He's another bowler. The thing is, Perth Scorchers at this stage, they're going to be up against a strong bowling attack at the Brisbane Heat, because they have got those guys who are able to pitch the ball up, but also like Zahir Khan. He is going to be an exciting one to get to see for the Brisbane Heat. Is he at the Brisbane Heat? Or was he at the Brisbane Heat, but now he's somewhere else? He might actually be somewhere else, isn't he? And it's a star for Employee of the Month as well, says Jay there. And that Jay as well, but Guthrie now going to be bowling that one nicely. And it is a dot ball there, Patterson, not quite able to find the gap in the field. So the power play is already going a lot better than it did for the Hobart Hurricanes. They were only able to get themselves around that 15 mark, and 154 for 8 the Scorchers will get as well, says Paddy Wagon there for the prediction. And I feel like that might not be a mile off at Optus Stadium. It looks like it's a decent pitch at the moment, and the sun It's quite hot. I believe someone said it's about 30 degrees there at the moment, so they probably didn't mind it delaying a little bit for the players, but the people in the crowd would have not been too happy. And also, we have got they actually donated me $500. Hamish, should I keep it as well? Says Sebastian. I feel like you should in that situation. That's going to be a big shot there, and Bancroft hits it all the way for 6. Or sorry, Patterson is the man. Hit that one all the way to the boundary, and the Perth Scorchers now are going to be moving their way up onto 26. As well, imagine if that was that simple to donate it as well. And also, we have got that hey as well in the chat. Welcome into the live stream, mate. It is great to have you here for this one. This is the second BBL live stream that we are doing today. We have got the match tomorrow night. That is the Melbourne Renegades taking on the Adelaide Strikers, and what is going to be a very exciting rematch. We have got there the 6 as well. Says Sebastian in there, but 26 for 1 at the moment. It's a good shot from Patterson. Oh, shot down the ground. He just held the post. Stand and deliver there. Patterson's looking in form in the early stages of this matchup of being at the crease. He's sitting on 14 of 7 at the moment here, and he just keeps on striking it beautifully. The projected run rate at the moment is looking like around there 164. Guthrie just pitching it up too much, just holds the post. Perfect straight shot down the ground. Just goes like that. And it's just a great shot from Patterson as well. It looks like he's going to be playing aggressive, a battle of the fire as well. Says Betty Wagner, are you going to get a new hoodie for Christmas? You seem to wear the same hoodies as well. Oh, another big shot there from Patterson. It's gone high in the sky. I believe he's got enough of it as well. Yes, he has. And it's gone for 6. What a shot from Patterson. He is on fire at the moment, sitting on 20 runs off 8 as well. But pretty much the reason it seems like I always wear the same hoodies is because I've got about 3 of this one and 2 of another one. That's one of them right there. I forgot about that one. But pretty much it is because I've got pretty much all of the same hoodie. I feel like I'm very simplistic in that regard. I don't really go for anything too crazy. Who knows? Maybe I will get myself one a little bit later on in the year. We have got their hey as well. Says Ali Hills there. Guthrie is not happy at the moment. He only went for a couple runs in his first over, and he also got that important wicket of Colin Munro. Oh, Peterson. Or Patterson, sorry. He's just hit it to the boundary again. Well, as on the chat says, Hamish Spencer, interesting to see some sides to bat, chose to bat. It tends to be not the greatest strategy in T20 as well, says Sebastian. Definitely not off the World Cup. Although these pitches seem to be a little bit more, there's something in it for both sides, no matter whether you bat first or second, which I think is important for them. But projected now is 200 here for the Perth Scorchers. Are you getting a new suit for Christmas as well? Says Danny Lewis. It's a good question. I'm not actually too sure what I have got lined up for my Christmas at this stage. I know we're having lunch here, but I'm not too sure about gifts-wise. And hello again, Paddy Wagon as well. There's Ali Hills there in the chat as well. Now it is going to be Majip. He is certainly a talented bowler. I'm looking forward to seeing what he can do for this one. Did he pick up any wickets in the last match for the Brisbane Heat? I think he might have got one, but I could be wrong there because at the end of the day, it was just a very good performance from the Sydney Thunder in their chase. He has got 28 wickets, 28 matches, 29 wickets. Welcome in, everyone. Be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Much appreciated for your support as well. Says Sebastian, you heard the man. We did start this one relatively late, and I am slightly annoyed that they decided that those games should overlap for these 2 ones as well. But Chris Lynn at the moment, he's got a smile on his face. You've got there. You should sign up for the local rugby team for Christmas as well, says Amos Spencer. I don't think I'm too keen on a few broken bones for Christmas, though, because, like, I am not a big boy. You know, I haven't got a lot of meat on these bones, so a big man would just end up collapsing a lung of myself and probably my whole bodies as well. Tank top and thongs for Perth this Xmas as well, starting to get hot. Was 38 today as well, says Jay. So that is certainly getting up there. This damn knee, it's causing problems. And what are you doing for Christmas, mate? It's pretty simple in terms of, like, at this stage, I believe we're just having a lunch. We're not doing anything too fancy, but I think we're going to have about 18 people around for that lunch. So it's going to be hectic. But then the day before we're doing the Big Bash, and then the day after we're doing the Big Bash as well. So we've got plenty of the Big Bash coming up, including every single game that we physically game. Majip once again, it's going to be whipped off the legs of Patterson. He is just hitting everything out of the middle with a bat at the moment. Goes straight to the Bartlett. Was able to cut it off and go get Jack then as well, says Amos Spencer. Although it will probably take a little bit longer than just getting to Christmas, I would think, for myself. But I think it's also, like, I would like to say that, like, my pace would be enough, but I don't have pace and I'm not tall. So I probably, like, I'll be out on the wing, but I'll be probably the slowest winger in the country. Bouncing just a little bit too much there for Majip. Currently only going for the 2 runs so far of his first 3 overs, or sorry, for the first 3 balls. But Chris Lynn, he wasn't really able to get too many runs for himself in the last game up against the Thunder. He ended up getting caught at cover. He smacked the ball very hard, but unfortunately for him, just wasn't quite able to get it done. Majip now reverse sweep. Oh, it's hit Bancroft in the face, which is unfortunate for him, but it is once again another dot ball. Important for them at this stage to try and slow down this massive run rate that the Perth Scorchers have started. The thing is, the first 2 overs were relatively quiet for them, but then the next 2 have well and truly gone the way of Patterson, who is sitting on 25 off 10 at the moment. Bancroft's sitting decently with 13 off 13, just ticking it over as well. And it also doesn't matter as well. Meanwhile, cars here are struggling to advance through the layer of snow as well. Says a basher there. Also, we have got the you don't need to be big to play rugby. Look at Tanaka from Japan. Get on the rugby pitch, mate, as well, says Danny Lewis. Yeah, but then what if that's the thing. I feel like I would easily get a concussion and then I probably wouldn't be able to do my live streams as efficiently. Because one thing for these live streams is I have to make sure that I can slightly make sentences together. And we've seen the damage that a concussion can do. And I've seen the local rugby team. You don't want to run into them. They're like a big pack of, like, I guess you could say our rugby team is 95% Islander in Waimate. So, like, they're all big boys. Like, training, I would get broken in half, that is for sure. But that is the end of the 5th over, 44 for 1 for the Scorchers as well. They're doing decently in the early stages. Patterson, I think he is just going to keep on striking it the way that he is. 26 for 11 as well. Any plans for cricket live stream on different channel or reversing this one for rugby as well? Fans of each sport might get mixed up when you live stream both on this channel as well, says Sports Sudan. So originally the second channel was going to be so we have got there. So we're playing the live stream at the same time on 2 different things as well, says Paddy Wagon. Have we got it on 2 different things? Oh, I assume you're talking about the game and also our live stream, if I'm not wrong. I don't think we got it up on the Kiwi Lad Sport, do we? That I know of. I don't think I scheduled it as well. So you would be protected by them as well. Says it was Hamish. Other than training, of course. But I don't think I have got. No, we haven't got it up on the Kiwi Lad Sport. I was worried for a second there. And why are so many Islanders in Waimate as well? I think it is because we've got the freezing works relatively close, and quite a few do end up working at the freezing works. That's going to be the ramp shot attempted from Patterson, not able to connect. And it is going to be the dot ball for Baisley, starting it off as well. But yeah, pretty much we are going to be doing the Big Bash on this channel, but then the Kiwi Lad Sport channel that you can see in the pinned comment, pretty much it is in that situation of the reason we are doing it on this channel mainly is because of the fact that quite a few of the cricket fans from the Cricket World Cup, tell you what, that was a hard sentence to get out, wasn't it? But pretty much there are a few people who watch cricket on this channel compared to the other channel where it is more of a rugby/backup rugby channel. That one is going to be a nice shot there from Patterson. Hits it to the boundary. He is striking it well at the moment. Also, we have got I'm playing it on 2 things as well, says Paddy Wagon. Now, at this stage, it is going to be Kevin Patterson. Is his first name Kevin? I can't remember what his first name is. I think it's Kevin. Is it Kevin or Kieran? Starts with a K, doesn't it? Curtis. It starts with a K. We have got their TV and on my iPad as well. Is there a shop in Waimate that sells suits? As well, says Daniel Lewis. There is not. The closest suit shop, if we were looking for one, is probably half an hour up the road where you can probably get one. But pretty much Waimate, we've got not a lot here. That's going to be Patterson. Didn't quite strike that one nicely, but it's still going to be clear in the field, and that's going for 4 as well. You know when you're striking the ball well, when you hardly even swing through the line, and you do still clear the outfield, and you are able to get yourself another 4. He is on fire at the moment. There's a lot of high-vis vests in there at the moment. In the crowd, I do see, but at the moment, Curtis Patterson sitting on 34 of 14 deliveries. Doing very nicely indeed for himself. We have got their Salvation Army in Waimate. I believe so. Surely there's a gym in Waimate that can help you get jacked as well, says Hamish. I think we've got, it's called I can't remember what it's even called, but it's pretty much like a small, like there's a couple machines in there, but that is about it for the Waimate gym. Like they've got it as like a up-and-coming project for the stadium, but other than that, it isn't really too much, but yeah, it's got their purpose going to win it all, as well, says Ananayasa. Hopefully I pronounced that not too badly. And also we have got there, this lad is on fire, mate, Curtis, as well, says Sports Sudan, and he is indeed. He's looking like he is going to be able to get maybe the fastest 50, not just of the BBL for so far, but maybe even the BBL this season, depending on if he can keep on going. And Bancroft at the moment, just feeding him the strike, not taking too many risks. 14 off 14 here for him. It's going to be off the edge there for down to third man, taken nicely. And it is just going to be the single there for them as well. Not the best throw there. Jimmy Pearson not looking too happy with the fact that it was a half volley. But him and Chris Lynn, they are going to be important in the batting lineup with the Brisbane Heat. We did see both of them not really fire on all cylinders for the last one as well. Are you not leaving Waimate for Christmas as well? No, we are having Christmas here at our house. We kind of, with our family, we kind of rotate through as well. And also we have got there, what does Waimate actually have? It's got, what does it have? We've got a swimming pool that's about 1 meter deep. Or maybe 2 meters deep if you're lucky on the deep end. We got a grocery shop. We got Main Street, school. That's about it, really. We got a couple other things. A skate park. I don't know why we needed one of those, but we got one. And that's about it. We've got a couple parks with that one now. 6 overs down, 55 for 1 at the moment for the Scorchers. But yeah, definitely like, the thing is, when people talk about Waimate, who are from Waimate, they're always like, what do you do in Waimate? And it's like, leave Waimate. We go either up the road half an hour to K-Fry, up the road for KFC, or we go down as well. They have got a pub, though. Jay, they do have that. I'm sticking with my 180 runs prediction and Christmas holidays I was talking about as well, says Danny. I don't think so. There's not really too many places you can travel freely at the moment, but I think maybe next year we might be going on some sort of family holiday for ourselves, but it will be interesting to see whether or not the traffic light system is still in effect, because at the moment it is well and truly there, and you have to pretty much QR code scan yourself in every single where that we go. So you're pretty much a barcode. You're a walking barcode. I know that people get their QR code tattooed on their arm, and I would not do that, I don't think. Just in case they change the system we have got there. I said 187 first, so I'm going with that as well, says Paddy Wagon. Right, I can star your comments, boys. So I can go like that, and now we have got it there as well, mate. So that's worse than the regional town in Outback Queensland as well, says Amish there. And also, don't you think the BBL needs to expand as well? Says Shim, hopefully I've pronounced that not too badly. As in like more teams, or as in like teams from different countries? Do let me know. And also, we've got the, what do you think about your Big Bash live streams are doing in terms of viewership? Or how do you what do you think how your Big Bash live streams are doing? I think they're doing very well. That's the thing. Like for myself, I don't know how much of a cricket audience we have actually got overall. But the big thing for me is the fact that, like, no matter what, like, I love watching these games, and I watch them with myself, or I watch them as myself. Weird statement. But then also, like, having you guys in the chat just makes these games fly by as well. So I think that's why I do them, like, and that's the thing. 5 people watching is still, like, awesome for me, because we do get to chat along during it as well. And also, we have got their Cope Hamish still doing well on live stream as well. And does Waimate have 5G? We do not. I think it's coming in like next year or 2 years' time. That's a beautiful shot there from Bancroft, just gliding it down to third man, and Majip not looking too impressed at the moment. That is going to be another boundary for them as well. BBL does not need more teams as well. There's Amish Spencer there. At the moment, Bancroft sitting on 19 off 16, and Patterson, he's on fire. 41 off 18 at the moment for him. So it will be very interesting to see whether or not he can go on to get maybe 100 here. Could be on the cards for Patterson. We're only 6.3 overs in, and they are still just continuing to up that run rate as well here for the Perth Scorchers. The projected at the moment 197 as well. I'm surprised you have internet in Waimate as well. Oh, that's going to be close, but it's not going to be given out as well. Majip not too happy with that one as well. No wonder your internet is slow as well, says Danny Lewis. Yeah, and that's the thing. Your comment there of I'm surprised you have internet in Waimate, Hamish. The thing is, you guys know this as well. Anytime I do a live stream, because my Wi-Fi is that bad, I actually have to reset my modem approximately 5 times per live stream, or like per start of a day of live streaming, so that it runs at a decent enough speed that you guys can see me without me being a stop motion movie. Like, it's pretty much like every single day, my Wi-Fi will not stay decent. Like, upload speed here during live streams is actually, it keeps up there, but then as soon as the live stream's over, and as soon as the day's over, goes back down to there, and you can't even see it anymore. And I changed my phone battery about off as well, says Kevin there, and also puts an ad kicked in during the stream. Cheers, YouTube as well. Are they putting ads mid-streams now? I feel like that's pretty rough, to be honest. Like, that's the thing. I don't even know. Like, I don't even, like, do my ads anymore. I just pretty much have it set to, like, YouTube, like, doing them, and I hope that they don't put too many. Do let me know, ladies and gentlemen. But hopefully we don't get too many mid-roll ads during these live streams. That seems kind of weird that they would do them. Is that the first BBL one that you have had it for, Sebastian? You need to get moved to a bigger town, mate. A change of scenery as well, says Danny Lewis, and also get ad block as well, says Amish Spencer there. But yeah, it is interesting at the moment. 66 for 1 after the 7 overs. But pretty much the bigger town, I feel like maybe it's a one-day thing. Like, eventually we will decide to maybe expand, because I know that George is keen on getting like a Kiwi Lads pad where we do have all the Kiwi Lads living in a house. That would be an interesting situation, but also a pretty, I was going to say interesting again, but it's going to be a dangerous situation, I guess you could say. Cameron Gannon now is going to get the opportunity to bowl. 23 matches, 27 wickets the man has been able to take for himself. His best bowling figures are 4 for 10. He is a tall individual, so maybe gets a little bit of extra bounce off this Optus Stadium pitch here. I'm just looking at that score. 66 runs already. Like, that's more than both of the other sides had when it was after the 10 overs. In fact, happened yesterday as well. I think if you think ads are relevant as well, where they were advertising a library as well. And also we have got there, you just want to say this, once the vaccine passport can get lost as well, Says that Stormbreaker Force there as well, and also another 200+ game. Seems like maybe it could be on the cards. Do we think that the Brisbane Heat have got the potential of being able to chase it down as well, and also increase 2 new teams, especially adding New Zealand team like an A-League, which can make the competition unique as well? I guess it would be interesting. Would they base the New Zealand side out of Australia, though? I guess it would be one of those ones, Kiwi Lads pad as well. You all need to get the Kiwi Lads tattoo on the arm as well, says Danny Lewis, and him, but it would be outside by Meteorite as well. And the chat says Amish Spencer there for that one as well. 4 as in, yeah, the house, I think we would go somewhere else. I don't know where, though. Like, we haven't really been to many places. I know that George is keen on Wanaka or Queenstown, but they're both extremely expensive regions, so the BBL does not need a new team as well. And the chat says Hamish there as well. At this stage, 67 runs scored so far for the Perth Scorchers, hitting it nicely off the bat here. It's going to be the dual scoop, and it is Cameron Bancroft once again just doing that nice lobby shot, and that is running away to the boundary once again. They are on fire here, the Perth Scorchers. They are scorching the bowlers of the Heat, and they are feeling the heat because this is not going their way in the early stages. They did so well to get themselves the early wicket of Colin Munro, but then from there, I feel like they might be regretting it because Patterson sitting on 43 off 21, Bancroft now moving himself up to 24 off 19, and you just need to go to the UK, so your body clock isn't off as well, says Danny Lewis. And also we have got the Gold Coast will be a top spot. Australia is very nice, a lot of those regions. And also we have got the Hamish Christchurch as well, says Ali Elsbert. Christchurch, I know that Christchurch have got a Copeland's and also Uber Eats, which I feel like is sorted because of the fact that, like, at the end of the day, like, Christchurch, Uber Eats is something like Waimate, no chance of getting anything delivered to our house other than, like, maybe one local pub if they decide, you know what, we'll be generous and we might deliver today. Like, other than that, though, they don't really deliver here. So an Uber Eats service would be pretty awesome as well. Going to be down the left side, and it is going to be just a little bit wide from Gannon there as well. And yeah, you need 1 million to move to the Gold Coast as well. So yeah, that probably wouldn't be happening anytime soon, I don't think, more than likely. And also we've got that I'm from Palmy as well, says Betty Wagon. I know quite a few people in Palmerston North. My sister currently is living in Palmerston North, and no, you cannot have her number. But that one was just a little bit too short down the leg side. It doesn't mean that Patterson sits now on 43 of 21. It was actually considered 2 wides they had there. Oh, that's a shot from Patterson. Struck it well. Is he going to be able to cut it off? Yes, he does. Nicely done in the deep cover, and then just able to keep it to the 2 runs as well. He has got their Kiwi Lads. I heard Christchurch is going to be getting an NRL team as well, says Stormbreaker Force. I had not heard that, but it will be interesting to see how it does go, because I know that we have got Warriors at the moment who are, you know, all right. And also we have got there, Dan was going to ask for it. I knew you were going to. That's why straight away I decided to shut it down. And the next 3 batsmen, Evans, Turner, and Hardy as well. Patterson now swings. Oh, it's almost hit his pad, did it? Or like that back leg, I think it kind of clipped his thigh pad as well. But now that is the end of the 8th over. 75 for 1 at the moment for the Scorchers. They are flying in the early stages of this one. They're certainly looking like 180. Maybe bare minimum. That's the thing. They haven't taken the power surge yet. Do they use it straight away once they hit the 10 overs, or do you wait a little bit longer and try and get these guys fully set? Because, I mean, they're already pretty set. But Patterson, you don't want to see him going out and just joking as well, says Paddy Wagon. Now shows New Zealand rugby days are in trouble as well, says Stormbreaker Force. Although our rugby league hasn't been too strong recently either, unfortunately. But I hope if they do add a new team, it can compete with those other teams as well. We have got the people dancing at the moment in the dance box. They have got themselves here, the Perth Scorchers cheerleaders. They're going for a, hey lad, what's your favourite 2023, or sorry, 23 Super Rugby jersey? Chiefs has the worst, to be honest, as well. I haven't actually looked at them too much yet, but I believe I like the look of, I think it's the Fijian Rua kit. I quite like the look of their away kit, I think it is. And I'm thinking about getting one. Possibly we'll have to wait and see, but Basley now once again, bowled him. Have that. Bancroft has gone straight through, and that's going to be a beautiful delivery from Basley to be able to knock over Cameron Bancroft there. And what a great way to get closer to Hamish as well, says Ali Hills there. And also we have got there, you should pin your sister's phone number in the stream on April Fool's Day. She would shoot me. So I will be there as well, says Sebastian. And Howard's Christchurch getting an NRL team are going to bring down New Zealand rugby as well, says Amos Spencer there. And Stormbreaker as well seems he has blocked me. So I wonder who he is as well in the chat there. Now Bancroft, he's going to be on his way, 25 for 21. And also we have got the rugby league is getting more popular in New Zealand as well, says Stormbreaker. Although I am looking forward, speaking of rugby league, Roger Tuivasa-Sheck, he's going to be playing for the Blues in Super Rugby this year, which should be absolutely awesome to see. We are going to be covering every single game of Super Rugby Pacific alongside every single game of the KFC Big Bash, alongside every single game of the Six Nations that we can as well. So be sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. We have got Josh Cook there, as said, hey mate, as well. Welcome into the live stream. Hope you're doing well. Do let me know who you think is going to be winning this match, Josh. At the moment, good start to the match for the Scorchers. They have lost their second wicket, though. It's a little bit risky for them in this situations. Evans, he will have to try and decide whether or not he goes bang or whether or not he just gives the ball and kind of give. I think Patterson will get more of the strike here anyway. The rugby league will never get more popular than Union in New Zealand. I can't read anymore, unfortunately for myself. We are currently sitting 12:30 a.m. here in New Zealand. We have still got another 2 hours left of this BBL live stream. So be sure to sit back, relax, grab yourself a nice beverage if you have got one. Was worth a try as well. Says Paddy Wagon there. And also not who you think his English is too good as well. There's a bash in there. And now Basley has been able to pick up his first wicket. He did go for 11 in his first over. Now Evans on strike without facing a delivery. Brilliantly bowled. A little bit of in-swing there for him as well. And they do get through for the single as well there. So Evans gets off the mark. Now Patterson back on strike. What does he do from here? Bancroft was set at the other end. So maybe, I don't know. I don't know whether or not Patterson will keep on going swinging for the fences or whether or not he does kind of play sensibly for the next couple of overs or so. And also we have got the on the tap. When will New Zealand launch their own franchise cricket league as well? I think New Zealand is the only country who don't have their own franchise league. I guess it depends on how big it gets because we have got the Super Smash at the moment, which I guess is our closest thing to it with it being domestic. But I'm not sure whether or not they will ever go down the franchise kind of side of it. I don't know whether or not there is enough money to be able to kind of fund it as well. We have got there. I think the Scorchers might just get over the line against the Heat as well. Says Josh Cook for the prediction there. How many runs do you think they will be able to get after their 20? Patterson strikes it nicely. Once again, finding the gap. It is just going to be going there for the 2 runs. Good running there from Patterson once again there. And also it was a good shot as well. Says Ali Hills there in the chat as well. But nonetheless, anyone who is new to the channel, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. We are going to be back with more KFC Big Bash action tomorrow night. It is going to be a very exciting game, and that one is going to be between the Melbourne Renegades and the Adelaide Strikers. We know how close that game was the last time that we got to see it. So if you are new, be sure to hit that like button as well. It is hugely appreciated and helps support us out. Now, Hazlitt, that's not his name. It's Basley. Almost a run-out opportunity deciding against the throw there. The projected score is still having them at 182 here, if they are able to do so. But do we think Patterson, we're going to ask the question here, a yes or a no in the chat, is Curtis Patterson, he's sitting on 48 runs at the moment, is he going to be able to bring up 100 here for the Perth Scorchers? Do let me know, ladies and gentlemen. Only 8.4 overs gone in this match so far, so he has certainly got the time if he does get a few more shots out of the middle of the bat. Can we make a deal for the phone number as well? Says Paddy Wagon. I'm listening. What kind of deal have we got for that one? But that is going to be now another dot ball. As the $1 million man once said, everybody's got a price, so we will have to wait and see what it is. I'll probably have to half whatever the deal is with her, and she might be keen. But now 8.94 for the projected at this stage. We'll put them up to 179. Evans on strike. He hasn't really had too much opportunities, or too many opportunities this year, and Patterson out for 72, I'll say as well, says Sebastian. One moment, we go like this, and now I can star it, so I know it as well. Just get on Tinder as well. Says Hamish Spencer there, and also 14 lights for you as well. Says Stormbreakers. That is going very nicely at the start of this one. Oh, Ellis, that didn't look too good for his ankle there, but I think he is all right. And that is going to be the end of the 9th over now, and it is sitting 79 for 2. Yeah, for the Perth Scorchers. Still trying persistent there as well. There's Ali Hills there as well. Now Patterson, he's sitting on 48 off 25 balls as well. So I believe he will be able to bring up his 50 probably before the 27th or so. That is if he can bring up the 50. The Orns are trying to kick in. We will not allow them to, though. We have got BBL, and we have also got the Ashes tomorrow, which I'm hoping to watch a little bit more of than I did get to see today. So hopefully it's not rain delayed. But Pakistan versus Bangladesh, I will quickly have a look to see whether or not that game ended as a draw or whether Pakistan were able to snake it with the Scorchers batting lineup as they bat deep. I think they will get 180, yeah. That's the thing. You got Ashton Turner, very good player. He's the captain for this one. Aaron Hardy, Ashton Agar as well. And then Andrew Ty, even he can hit a long ball, so it is going to be a very tough one. For those I don't get what his says Jay. And also we have got there, just need the right deal. And I might be in as well. That's going to be nicely done. Once again for Patterson. Moves up onto 49 now. The nervous 49. You do not want to go out there, that is for sure. I am quickly going to see Pakistan versus Bangladesh. What do we see? Pakistan won by an innings and 8 runs. Tell you what, that must have gone down to the wire. And that one, I think they must have just lost their wickets right at the end of the day. So that means Pakistan able to get their win, and Pakistan won by an innings and 8 runs, says Josh Cook. Right on cue there. 65 meters for the mid-wicket kind of boundary here for them. So they might decide to go for that just a little bit more. But yeah, good win for Pakistan, definitely with an innings. Did it have a couple rain delays, Josh? Do let me know, because I know that they did end up not getting to play as often, or falling a little bit short there for Evans, and also only yawn when the Heat bat as well, says Jay Hayes there. And Super Smash really broadcast on TV. Also, they don't invite foreign players, for which the competition seems boring as well. Says it was, your name is tough, Al Hashim. Hopefully I pronounced that not too badly. And are you going to do the FIFA World Cup next year? I am considering it. If that is something you guys want to see, I do enjoy watching football. Do get a little bit of a chance. I've been watching more of the kind of Premier League and whatnot recently. They had 2 days rained out. I thought that it must have been the case. Oh, no. Evans' bat's broken in half here. That is not ideal for him. And also we have got the, you have to hit the rail right on the head as well. There's Ali Hills for that one as well. But unfortunately for him, bat's well and truly broken in half. You put that one in the cupboard and save it for a rainy day, I guess you could say. You could play a little mini backyard cricket with that one, since it's only half the bat, and because they don't have the heat as well. There's Batty Wagon there in the chat, but now it is going to be Evans once again on strike. The thing is, when you think about it, has that one struck it a little bit better? It's going just out into the gap, and it looks like Evans is going to be just pulling up short of the boundary as well. Yeah, that's the thing. When you think about it, like, those bats are expensive, right? So, like, lucky they get them sponsored, or else, like, if you were a normal player in a season, that's like $500 down the gurgler, just because you snapped your bat in the wrong place. And ICC should cancel Bangladesh Test. Stay the worst Test team as well. Says Al-Hachim there. And also we have got the I don't think nailing is the best choice of words there as well. And because Purple Smash as well, says Jay Hayes there in the chat as well. But unfortunately for him, bat broken in half there. Unfortunately for him. But now, it's a good bouncer. Patterson strikes it beautifully. That's the 50. Well batted there for Curtis Patterson, able to bring it up in 27 balls. I'm giving him a little round of applause there. I'm not sure whether or not you guys can hear me clapping, but I am clapping anyway. Everyone, let's get some hands in the chat. Little clapping emojis for Curtis Patterson, who has been able to bring up the 50. Very nicely batted, very nicely played as well. The projected run rate for them is actually his maiden BBL 50 in 31 matches. That gets him another clap. So he's done very nicely indeed for the fact that he has been able to do so. He's been able to hit 6 4s, 2 6s, strike rate of 196 as well. Hi, Hamish as well. And the chat says, Darlo, welcome back, mate. And also we have got there Patterson with a 50 in the clapping from Sebastian there as well. And also good point in the chat. That's a slow ball. And Patterson going to get himself the single down the ground. So I remember 72 was the guess there. We got the claps from itself. It is actually Sports. Sadan as well there in the chat. But he just came out and he was aggressive throughout his whole innings. Like I mentioned, 2 6s. 6 4s for that man as well. Has just been absolutely phenomenal. We have got the clapping emoji from Ellie Hills as well there for Curtis Patterson. Can he go on to get the 100? And Darlo in the chat as well, says Jay there as well. But Guthrie now, he is sitting on 1 wicket, 32 runs he has gone for so far. Sorry, 33 now. And there is just 1 delivery left of his over. Is going to be glided nicely down to third man. And it will be Evans there, who does pick himself up a single to close that one. Scorchers did well when I was watching Sydney win 2-0 as well. There's Darlo there. So they've done nicely. So I believe, what stage are they up to in the FFA Cup? Because I know that we have got the Wellington Phoenix actually won their game, but I don't know whether or not we're at the knockout or the group stage. At the stage we have got the clapping from Josh Cook as well there in the chat. Yeah, that's going to be interesting. How many runs is everyone predicting Curtis Patterson to be able to get? There are still 10 overs left. They're going very nicely. Maybe they take the power surge straight away and just go for it. You might as well see whether or not you can get yourself a few more runs in a hurry as well. Is Guthrie a common name? I haven't heard it before. I don't think so. Guthrie, I know that Guthrie Baron is like a shop of some sort, but Guthrie is his last name, I believe. So I don't think I've ever heard Guthrie as well, unless Guthrie is someone's last name and Baron is the other. Do you make money off this channel as well, says Hamish Spencer? We do make a little bit on it, which pretty much just goes straight towards our live streaming software and everything along those lines, of green screen, so that we can have all of this and have it so that it's a nice day and it's cloudy up there. So it's pretty much, yeah, the green screen, and also just pretty much anything we make off the channel, I put straight back into the channel to try and keep on improving it so that you guys do get the best available product as well. And we have got there, I think he will get out for 88 as well. Says Josh Cook there, and go Heat, says Wendy there in the chat. And at this stage, who is going to be the bowler for them, Wendy, who will be able to break through and try and break up this massive partnership that is starting to film between Patterson and Evans as well, per smash as well, and quarters, says Darlo there in the chat. So it's the quarterfinal. So we're actually through to a semi-final or something. That's pretty nice for the Wellington Phoenix, that is for sure. And they have got their game up against the Newcastle Jets for the women's. They are showing there. But now this game, we are about halfway through their innings. In fact, we are halfway through it. As 10 overs gone, 89 for 2 at the moment. They've only lost the 2 wickets. One of Colin Munro, who went out, and it was actually Guthrie who was able to get the wicket. 3 runs for Colin Munro off 5 deliveries, and then Cameron Bancroft was bowled in the end, 25 off 21, but he was starting to build a nice partnership with Curtis Patterson, who is now just continuing to hit it hard as well. So we're going to have to wait and see how it does go. But Laurie Evans also at the crease here for his side, and I feel like if him and Curtis Patterson can have about 3 more overs of good batting, I think they will use the power surge. They may wait a little bit longer. Hey, Darlo, how you doing today as well? And the chat there says Stormbreaker Force and there as well. But I'm excited for the rest of this game. The Brisbane Heat, they're one of those sides, you know that they've got the power, you know that they've got the skill, you know they've got the potential, but will they put it together in this game to be able to beat the Perth Scorchers, who are currently putting on the pressure, just well and truly pouring it on. So it will be interesting to see the later stages as well. I'm getting, I'll be back getting ice for my knee as well. And also I'm good at, what about you, Stormbreaker, as well? And the chat there says Darlo, but at the moment we have just got the drinks break here between the two sides. I'm hoping that with the fact that this game did overlap with the other game, they do look at that in the future and they decide that maybe they shouldn't have the games so close together, because the games go for about 3.5 hours, which means we've still got 3 hours or so left of this live stream, ladies and gentlemen. So like I mentioned, sit back, relax, leave a like on the live stream and enjoy the Optus Stadium. It's a little bit more full than the one behind me at the moment. I'm all by myself, other than this man. He's doing a bit of lawn mowing, trying to get the pitch and also the outfield in great condition. It is going to be Gannon once again. Nice ball, and it's going to be hit straight down the ground there for just a single. Little bit of a mix-up there, but Patterson's still able to get through nice enough, and it's currently 36 degrees here in Perth, so that is certainly hot. Well, I'm just finished watching the Zack Snyder cut as well. Again, it's so good as well. So Stormbreaker Force, and also hit the like button and subscribe to the channel, folks. Sports channel in the pin comment and gaming channel coming your way as well, and that is a link. So be sure to check out the sports channel and also the gaming channel. The sports channel currently sitting on 665 subscribers. We are doing very nicely there. Another thing with the Scorchers, they are missing 3 players, and they are probably our best 3 as well. Mitch Marsh, Jai Richardson, and Josh Inglis as well. Yeah, that's the thing. They have got some good players, the Perth Scorchers. Like, that's like 2 names that you mentioned there, Mitch Marsh and also Josh Inglis. 2 men who can slot into this batting lineup. And it's just a case of they got that much talent in that batting lineup. You just like only need 1 or 2 of those guys to fire. Like Liam Livingston as well. Is he going to be at the Perth Scorchers this year? If not, like even not having him and still having Inglis available for that one as well, it's just going to be absolutely crazy, absolutely incredible as well. Got up to 41. Radio said 38. They lied as well, and also Scorchers to get to 200 plus as well. And the chat, and also we have got their Blaze Perth Smash as well, says Jay, and also we have got their Chris Lim for 189 not out. He may need it at this stage, the way that they are going early on here, the Perth Scorchers. But I think Patterson's going to be able to move on maybe to that 100. He's still got plenty of time. They've still got the power surge as well. So hopefully it does go all right for them as well in this situation. And what's today like, or today's light goal, says Ali. Ooh, what are we sitting on at the moment? I haven't actually checked this one quite yet, but we are currently sitting on 18. So I feel like 50 likes on this late night live stream is probably a decent enough target for ourselves. So if you haven't already, be sure to leave a like and subscribe now. It is going to be hit high there from Patterson. Has he got all of it? He is not. It's taken. He's out. Oh, no. Patterson here, he is on his way. Unfortunately, that is called the commentator's curse, ladies and gentlemen. I said he was going to be able to get it as well. And also we have got there in the chat as well. And also as people need to get the likes up so that they get to smashing it as well. Only 19 likes as well, says Betty Wagon, with a brilliant ball there from Gannon. It's done very nicely indeed. And also in the chat, it seems to always go back down that track, doesn't it? But 92 for 3 at the moment, 10.4 overs down. And the Scorchers have just lost their 3rd wicket. They have got Ashton Turner, though, who will be making his way to the crease. We have got there who won between the Sixers and the Canes. It was the Sixers who were able to get it in the end by 14 runs. But Curtis Patterson, he brings up his half century, 55 off 30 deliveries. And also we have got there, it's a Justice League director cut that came out this year, Darlo, as well. And also Sixers one as well, says Paddy Wagon, and like the stream guys, says Sports Sedan there. And that looks like it is a very large fan, and he will be very happy to sit in front of it at the moment. Also, we have got their Sixers as well. Says Josh Cook for who won that one. But now Ashton Turner, the captain, made his way to the crease as well. Hopefully it does go decently for him. And also, I feel like he has probably got the potential of being able to score a few runs in a hurry as well. For it as well. We also got there, sent you a DM on Instagram before, by the way, Amish. I haven't actually had a chance to have a look at it. Is that the one about ignoring something, BK, or is that a different one? Do let me know. And also Heat Go Heat as well, says Wendy there. And also we have got there out of 55, not quite the 72 that I said, but still a quality innings from a man as well. And also we have got their Sport, the Penrith Warriors one as well. And also we have got their Dan one of the Canes, says Darlover, now charging him once again. It is going to be Gannon. Just going to be straight to the man at mid-on and no run scored off that one. So now this is a big moment because Evans, he has only got himself 7 runs off 9. Turner has not faced a delivery yet. So you ignore it as well. And Heat easy, as well, says Wendy. How many wickets do you think they will be able to get the Perth Scorchers down to, Wendy, after the 20 overs? Do let me know. I feel like I'm thinking about 6 for this one as well. It is going to be a beautiful delivery. It gets quite a nice little bit of a whip on the wrist there. It's gone straight through the fielder, though, and this could be going all the way to the boundary. It does. Misfield, and Gannon is not too happy with that one as well. Unfortunately, it's gone all the way for 4. They're still projected at 175 here for the Perth Scorchers. Just not quite able to get on to that one. I recognise him, but I can't quite think of his name. I'm going to have a quick look at him, and I believe it was... Where is he? Do I know him? Tom Cooper, that is him. I was trying to work him out, who it was in Queensland Reds as well. And therefore, who do you think is going to be able to win the Super Rugby as well? They're just showing that catch once again. It was an absolutely phenomenal one for the Melbourne Renegades. Anyone who hasn't seen that catch, you will certainly see it probably on replay tomorrow for that game between the Adelaide Strikers and the Melbourne Renegades, because it was just an absolutely incredible one. 96 for 3. He was half a metre off the ground and able to take it as if it was right there for me, the Crusaders as well. See Stormbreaker there. Did they just say he's got one of the worst vertical leaps in the Melbourne Renegades? Because if that is the case, I have no idea how that is the case. But Majip now is going to be bowling. He's gone for 15 runs so far off his first 2 overs. Hasn't really been able to get himself into the wicket category for this one. I reckon Crusaders will win it as per usual as well, says Hamish Spencer. Although with the quarterfinal and the semi-final, I feel like they should still make it through to the final, but there's still that chance that they get a hard matchup in one of those other ones. But I think they will be able to go straight through. Imagine Crusaders versus Fijian Brew or someone like that in the final. But I think more than likely people are thinking straight away Crusaders Blues could be the final there. That's going to be a nice shot out through cover there for Evans. And we cut off nicely by deep cover. And it's just going to be going for the 2 runs once again. Now Waratahs will win as well, says Paddy Wagon. Who knows? Imagine that. Imagine an Australian team winning it. I feel like that's a thing. Like, people aren't expecting it, but if it did happen, I feel like it would be good in some regards as well. And also, it is now going to be Majip once again bowling in a nice little cut backwards there. And it's just going to be kept to the dot ball. Majip, he does normally pick up quite a few wickets. It looks like it's more of a pace bowler's wicket, though, so far from what we have seen. We did see Colin Munro. He was out by Guthrie, and also Baisley was able to get the other wicket, and that was a bold as well. So 2 bolds already of Bancroft and also Munro, 2 very talented players at the top of the Perth Scorchers order. Good throw from the deep. And now they have been able to bring up the 100 runs for 3 after 11.4 overs. Turner is sitting on the 1 run at the moment. Also, we have got there, if any Aussie team wins, it'll be us as well, and the Wales Muppet will win it as well. Says Jay there. Now they are just going to be putting the bails back on. Ashton Turner, I'm thinking he gets himself 38 here. I'm a Reds fan as well. And the chat says, Darlin, if the Warriors or if the Waratahs won it, it'll be the biggest upset in rugby history as well. Yeah, I'm not even sure what the odds are in terms of them winning it, but I'd assume it would be quite a few. Majip, once again, with just that dot ball. It's very economical, and they are trying to bring them back down to the Scorchers, maybe getting around that 175 or somewhere around there. But now, once again, he is going to be bowling that one. A little bit of an arm ball there from Majip, and that is going to close out his over. 19 runs without a wicket so far for Majip, and it is 100 for 3 after the 12 overs for the Perth Scorchers. So Turner currently sitting on 1 off 3 for himself, and Evans sitting on 14 off 13. Now, Evans, he was close to going out in the earlier stages, but that was because his bat broke in half, which is always a little bit unfortunate. They haven't taken the power surge yet. I think I just saw 1 more from Evans' mouth. I'm not too sure, though. I feel like my lip reading could be a little bit off, but I believe he said 1 more. So I think they're going to be taking 1 more over, and then they might go for the power surge here. But it is going to be the new bat in the hand of Evans. Unfortunately, snapping his old 1.5. Curtis Patterson, he did a decent job. He's still got the pads on at the moment by the looks of it. He was able to get himself 55 runs off 30 deliveries. Bancroft sitting on 25 off 21, and Munro only getting the 3 off 5. But they have still got Hardy, Agar, Ty, Kelly, Behrendorff, and also Hatskalu, who will be available for it as well. Good move as well. And there. And now it is going to be once again in that situation. Baisley once again going to be steaming into the crease, and it is a nice shot there by Evans. So to go straight to the fielder as well. We're screwed as well, says Moorcake. Although saying that, they have been able to bring it back not too bad. The current run rate sitting at 8.22, sitting at a lot higher as well. And also we have got there, if the AU team won Super Rugby, it would be the Brumbies in my opinion as well, says Hamish Spencer. Yeah, I think Brumbies or Reds for myself are probably the two that are right up there. The Western Force, if it was last year, I would say that they've probably got a decent chance, but they've lost Thomas Kubeli and all of their other Argentine players as well. Domingo Miotti not going to be there as well. And also we have got their like and subscribe. And the chat says more cake there as well. And now it is going to be in the hands of Jimmy Pearson. It's going to be important for him to have a good day with the bat because him and also Chris Lynn didn't really fire too well in their first matchup. They've got Aaron Hardy, Ashton Aga, Andrew Ty, Ashton Turner. Is he currently at the crease? How many men start with A in a row here for the Perth Scorchers? They got 4 men starting with A in a row. Like and subscribe. Says Molka, give the man. If you haven't already, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. It is hugely appreciated as well. And now it is going to be Turner once again on strike. He is sitting on 1 off 3 so far. And also we have got the I've had my fun. I'm going to leave your stream now. Have a good one, man. Good night, Dallo, as well. And the chat says, Big we will see you later. And good luck with your sleeping as well. Be sure to get quite a few hours because you will need them for the live stream tomorrow. But now it is going to be once again going back across for the single for the Perth Scorchers. 180, I think, is going to be on the cards. I actually start a couple of your guys' predictions for what the score is going to be. I'm sticking with the 180 runs prediction from Sebastian. And also, we have also got there, I said 187 first, so I'm going with that as well, says Paddy Wagon. Anyone else who does want to predict what you think the score will be as well? There are some talented future Wallabies in the Western Force that haven't been discovered yet as well. Exactly right. I mean, that's the thing. A lot of these Australian, no, just going down leg side a little bit. See you, Blaze. First smash as well in the chat as well for Jay. But yeah, pretty much, like, that's the thing. Andrew Callaway, no one had really heard of him up till getting in the Wallabies cap, but I've been watching him at the Rebels for a little while, and he is one of those players, like, I didn't expect him to perform as well as he did at international level. I don't think anyone predicted it, but I knew that he would be decent because he has got very solid defense and also is always there for that support run. And have a good one, Blaze, as well. Says Sebastian there in the chat, but now Basley, 2.4 overs bowled so far for him. They need another wicket, and they need it soon if they do want to shut down the momentum. And getting the captain Turner out would certainly be a good way of doing so. It's going to be the dot ball. If I stay awake, it will be history as well. Says Paddy Wagon. Yeah, it will be tough to be able to stay up for the rest of this match for you guys in the chat. Definitely the ones who have been watching the Big Bash all of the other days. They are late night games, and this one's going to be finished at about 2:30 a.m., so it's certainly going to be a late night one. But Turner at the moment, sitting on 3 off 6, only going at a strike rate of 50, but you will be trying to up that one as well. The Waratahs were good in 2014, but even ever since then, they have gone to rubbish. They have good players like it is Jason and Will Harrison, as well. And also we've got the Western Australia isn't really known for rugby union and is a bad that'll block anyone who tries to start a fight just so a fight doesn't happen as well. Says Darlo, no, it sounds like a good idea in that regard, but that is going to be the end of the 13th over. 103 for 3 for the Perth Scorchers now. Now at the moment it is going to be 7 overs left. They haven't taken the power surge yet, but I did say last time that it seemed like they were going to take one more. I think I read the lips of one more as Ashton Turner nodding at the moment, and they are saying, yep. Is this the power surge? Are they going for it here, the Perth Scorchers, or do they hang on just a little bit longer? The Waratahs were decent in 2018 as well. And the chat says Amy Spencer there as well. They are just looking at this LBW shout. They didn't actually have the ball tracker for the first couple of weeks. Yeah, it's just gone away to the leg side. Good call from the umpire there. This was a pitched up delivery, and it ended up just going about. If there was a 4 stump on the leg side, it would have hit that as well. And also we've got the Fergus Lee Wheeler as well as a shout for Australia as well. Fergus Lee Wheeler. Is his last name Wheeler? Fergus Lee Warner, is it, if I'm not wrong. And also we have got the for Australia and Trevor Hosier as well. Definitely a good player, Trevor Hosier as well. This stage, Guthrie has already gone for 34 runs so far. They haven't actually taken the power surge yet. It's going to be hit down to the man at square leg. It is Majip, who is back there as well. And yeah, like mental fight as well. And also we have I don't mind a bit of fighting. I said I'll challenge the whole time or the whole town of Castres to a duel as well. Of course, that game between them and the Harlequins coming up very soon. I really hope they're showing all these games on Sky for them, or else I am going to probably have to buy some subscription to an overseas one so that I am able to watch all of those games live. But it should be very exciting. Chris Lynn has got a fly on his ear, and he has now just swatted it away as well. He's got a smile on his face, though, which is good to see for Chris Lynn. He didn't have the best first game, only getting himself about 9 runs, also getting caught at cover, but this is a good opportunity to really get to swing the bat. They will be chasing a decent total. That's a good shot down the ground from Ashton Turner once again, and it is going to be scampering through for the single. So decent job just keeping that strike rate tuning over here for the Perth Scorchers. Quinn smash as well. Says Stormbreaker there. Okay, like they are saying about Patterson, he just came out and he struck everything pretty much out of the middle of the bat, and that is something that Chris Lynn would, of course, like to be able to do. Jock Campbell will be in for a Wallabies debut soon as well. Yeah, definitely. Like, that's the thing. The Wallabies, like, they have got some good up-and-coming talent, and I feel like 2023, I'm not sure how many of them will be in the squad, but I think 2027 we're going to get to see pretty much a new Wallabies side, and it's going to be pretty awesome to see how it does go. But now it is going to be, like they're saying, there's a fly on Chris Lynn, unfortunately for him. 3 balls left of the final over for Guthrie, so he's been able to pick up just the 1 wicket so far, and that was actually the big wicket of Colin Munro. And also coming you Quins in the chat, says Sebastian there, and Isaac Lucas is such a good talent, but he's in Japan as well, says Hamish Spencer. And that's the thing, I love watching the top 14, top league, Gallagher Premiership, like URC, all those competitions overseas, because we do get to see those fellas that you're like, where did he go? And then you see him, and then it's pretty awesome being able to see them in action overseas. It looks like they're going to be running quickly here for the Scorchers, running 2 out to mid-wicket. It's good running between the wickets, and now moving up onto 110 off of the 3 overs. Or sorry, off the 3 wickets, I should say as well. There we go. And also we've got there, it's probably you as well. And the chat says Jay there, but Chris Lynn at the moment, he's got the 50 on his back. He will be open for the 50 on the scorecard as well for this fixture. They've also got at the top of the order Max Bryant, who will be out there. Also, Ben Ducker, he did decently in the last game. He's lit as well. Jimmy Pearson, Tom Cooper, Basley there, and then you're into the tail of Bartlett, also Majip, and then Gannon and Guthrie will be the last 2 as well, with Jack Wildermouth, and also Nathan McSweeney as an option for the super sub that we have got. Northampton versus Racing 92 will be a good watch, as I says Darla will indeed, and we are going to be covering that one on the channel. It is going to be a morning game on the Saturday, but we are going to be there for that one as well. And I agree, Hamish, I will pick Isaac Lucas ahead of Banks as well. Says it was Stormbreaker there. Now at the moment, my voice, whoa. I don't know what just happened to my voice. It disappeared. What's going on? What is that? Okay, now it's back. What just happened to my voice? It just jumped off a cliff. We have got there also Munster versus the Wasps. What is just going on? Will Harrison is also another exciting prospect as well, says Hamish Spencer. I've lost my ability to talk. I don't know what's happened. Doesn't sound good at all, but hopefully it does come right. I agree, Stormbreaker. It's a very intelligent from you as well, says Jason, and also hi as well. Voice crack as well, says Storm. Sounds like more than a voice crack. My voice has just disappeared. We have got there. You're right there, Hamish. Too much cricket as well, says Paddy Wagon. And yeah, left for Japan because of COVID. Didn't like the contract he was on. Hope he didn't swallow Marty McFly. The bat just broke in half as well, says Darlow. What has just happened? Choked on spit? I don't think so. Now it's slowly starting to come back. It's as if my voice just all of a sudden was like, yeah, nah, all. Okay, we're back. I don't know. It was like testing 1, 2. My microphone just stopped working for a second. Or like my voice stopped working. Your voice broke like the bat as well, says Paddy Wagon there. But now it is going to be Bartlett charging a nice Yorker delivery there. Hit down the ground for the single. You good, Hamish, as well, said Darlow. And also we've got I've hit in that account. Just keep to 1, mate, as well. And in the chat, says Sebastian there. As I choked on cricket as well, yeah. Maybe an insect of some sort. They are actually showing a lot of insects at the moment out there. A lot of flies trying to distract Chris Lynn on his hat, but that is because of how hot it is out there as well. But yeah, now the voice has come back. That is good, because that did not sound good for a second. I was hoping that I didn't have to do the whole of that last live stream, or like the second. Oh, Evans just slipped over in the crease again. That's actually the second time his feet have come out from underneath him. I really hope that he hasn't got any type of injury, or it doesn't end up with an injury there, but he keeps on slipping. He almost actually slipped back onto his stumps there for himself, but now at this stage it is sitting 111 for 3 for the Perth Scorchers after the 14.3 over. It's a nice shot down the ground, but well fielded by Bartlett to be able to cut that one off. And Bartlett at the moment, he does get plenty of swing. I don't know whether or not there's much swing available for these guys. We didn't know flies can go through the screen as well, says Paddy Wagon. Yeah, my voice just completely decided it didn't like me. This will go till like 12 o'clock over here as well, says Darlow. Yeah, we are going to be looking at probably around that 2:30 a.m. here in New Zealand, if not maybe even 3 o'clock for this one, depending on how long it goes. Definitely with the amount of boundaries we've had so far. Bartlett with a good pitched up delivery, and it's hit down the ground from turn. A beautiful shot, and it is going to be the 4 runs straight down the ground, I should say. All of the advertisement for KFC just makes me want KFC. What's a crowd attendance? It looks pretty decent. I don't think it's packed out, but it's probably like, I assume they're allowed, Perth, are they allowed 20,000? I know that they've got certain kind of restrictions for each region of Australia at the moment. That's why they want the MCG to be in the kind of final test match for the Ashes, because it does mean that they could have 80,000. That's gone up from Ashton Turner. What goes up must come down. It has fallen down, but it is going to be just short of the boundary for him as well. Has Munro batted? Yeah, he did indeed. He only got 3 runs and was bowled by Guthrie after 5 balls. We have it there. It's 30-some degrees and it's evening time. So the Flies and Mozzies will be in full effect as well. And drink a lot of water, Hamish, and have lemon honey. It helps with the throat as well. Says Stormbreaker there in the chat as well. I think that's the first time my voice has actually decided that it completely doesn't like me and wants to just completely stop working. Bartlett now, final delivery of his third over. It's a full toss, and that time Ashton Turner, he got it a little bit better. He got it a lot better, and it's gone all the way for 6. And now Turner is going to move up onto 20 runs of 15 deliveries. It's still bloody warm here as well. Still mid-30s as well. And damn, my Supercoach team is going bad as well, says Darlow there. So yeah, unfortunately, he did go out pretty early. Colin Munro just not quite getting the form they would have been after. But Evans at the moment, sitting on 18 off 19. Do they take the power surge? I feel like they almost have to. They're sitting in a decent position far out as well. Here's Hamish. They are just having a chat with one of the men who have got the drink bottles there, running the refreshments out to him. It's 100% fair enough for this one. Projected at the moment, 164. I feel like they'll be slightly disappointed with that, the Scorchers, the way that they did start this one. And what about Bancroft as well? Says Darlow, he ended up getting 25 off 21 with 4 fours for himself in the strike rate of 119 as well. Says, and also we have got there, hello everyone. Says Jonathan in the chat. And also we have got there, it's 18.3 here with 99% humidity. Says Betty Wagon. See, we are sitting currently here in New Zealand where I am. It is 14 degrees Celsius at 1 a.m. And that is something that we don't really get too often. So I guess, yeah, that's the thing. Optus Stadium, it will certainly be hot. It'll be like a pressure cooker for both of these sides. Both sides, Heat, Scorchers, they both have a little bit of something to do with the heat, and it will be interesting to see who will be able to handle it the best in this pressure cooker for them. But Evan's going to be on strike. Gannon once again getting the bowl here, and he has gone for 8 runs so far. Take what as well in it, as well for take it. But now it is going to be Gannon bowling it nicely. Going to be whacked down the ground there by Evans, fielded nicely though, so it's just going to be kept to the single. And they need a lot more of those. They haven't taken the power surge yet, and it seems like they're going to be waiting as late as physically possible, just really getting their eye in here for Turner and Evans, and they may decide that one of them just go absolutely berserk during that 2 overs. And also Perth has a dry heat as well, still hot though as well, says Jay Hayes. And yeah, the humidity, I believe someone said that it was quite high as well. The players need the Aerogard as well. And the chat says Hamish Spencer there. And also we have got there the power surge as well, says Jonathan for that one as well. But it is going to be interesting to see whether or not they power surge now after this over, or they decide to leave it for, maybe they leave it for the last 2 overs. We haven't seen that used so far this year for the BBL, giving himself space there. Turner, he struck it all right. He's gone all the way for 6 once again. Shot from the captain of the Perth Scorchers, moving himself up onto 26 off 16 deliveries. He's gone, you know, Patterson was able to hit himself 55 runs off 30. I think I could do that too. And he is going to be well and truly increasing it as well. All right, as well. We always got there as your full name, Jason Hayes. As well, says Jonathan. Says Jonathan Little. It did go all the way for 6 there for Ashton Turner. So he is now going to be moving up onto the 26 runs, like I mentioned. Do let me know, ladies and gentlemen, your predictions of how many runs are going to be scored here by the Perth Scorchers. They've still got 5 overs left. I need Berendorf and Ty and Hasgalu as well to get a couple wickets. Otherwise, I'm stuffed as well. I don't think Andrew Ty, Andrew Ty, he is playing. So hopefully he does go all right for you. I apologise for being inactive on the Kiwi Lad channel. I've been real busy, cuzzies, as well. Says Smithy Toilet. No worries, mate. It is great to see you here. And it is awesome that you still check in every once in a while. I hope everything is going smooth for you. Gone to the cleaners as well. Says Stormbreaker's Force there as well. So 15.3 overs down. 130 has been brought up for the Perth Scorchers. They're almost sitting on what the Sixers were able to get. 150 to 190 as well, says Morecake. Have you got any slightly more specific number, Morecake, of that one as well? But Bartlett at the moment, it looks like he is going back down to a deep backward square leg here. And my cat is loving the stream because it's cricket as well. And welcome in, Smithy. Says Sebastian there in the chat as well. Nicely bowled. It's going to be going back to that man at deep backward square leg. So they did put him in a good placement. I'm trying my best to sneak in a message as well and clean it up. Stormbreak Force exactly as well. And also 154. And my cat is loving the stream. And also we have got that. How did you manage that one? I just ate. So that helped as well, says Ellie there. And the chap at Gannon at the moment sitting on 1 for 25 for his bowling figures. There's really, that's the thing, not too many of the bowlers have been too economical. I would say Majip, he's gone for 19 runs off the 3 over, so he's done pretty decently there to keep himself to an economy of 6.33. That's a nice ball straight back down the ground, and Turner trying to get it through the gap. All they've done nicely there with a little bit of a misfield, but it almost led to the run out opportunity. And also Basley has been going decently. 1 wicket, 3 overs bowled, and he has only gone for the 6 per over as well. And also, brain fails to work. Maybe that's why as well, says Paddy Wagon there. And Choo Cuzzy, Sebastian as well, says it was. And the chat from Smithy Toilet. And we also got there. Darlow's prediction is 197. And the prediction from Moorcake is going to be 154 as well. But now at this stage, it is once again going to be the man who has been going decently so far at the crease. He's really, I guess, coming to his own for this innings. That's a great shot there. And it looks like that is going to be rolling around to the boundary. Nice shot once again from Laurie Evans, who now moves himself up onto 24 of 22 deliveries as well for him. So very nicely done. And also, I felt that so much as well. But 2 hours of sleep, how am I still awake as well? And I need sleep. WTF, am I still doing awake as well? There's already 3 fake accounts. Stormbreaker Force, here's 300 seconds from Teddy as well. And 7th employee of the month as well. He is indeed. That is for sure. But Turner sitting decently as well. Are they taking the power surge? They're still trying to decide here for the Scorchers. They're looking at the scoreboard. I think they've decided one more. They're going one more over. I believe so. It is now going to be, rather than Gannon, who did just bowl that one, it is going to be Majip, who will be closing out this one for his final over of the match, going for 19 runs. Hasn't been able to pick up a wicket yet, but he is always right on the verge of being able to get one, Majip. If he can get Turner or Evans at this point, I'm sure that they would take the wicket either way. 71% for the Perth Scorchers to be able to win this game is how it is sitting at the moment. So a wicket would change that just a little bit. But Majip now going to be going in. It's bowled it slow. That one's gone up in the air. Who has got it? It's going to be 3 men going for it, and it's going to be taken there by the man, I believe it was Tom. I know his first name's Tom, but I can't remember the last name. It is Tom Cooper, and he was able to take it. So that is the wicket of Majip that he has been after, and Ashton Turner now on its way. What does that do to the percentage, I wonder? He did end up trying to hit it to the leg side, went out to the offside, and he was calling very early. Tom Cooper put their hands on it and was able to take it down, take the surge, while both batsmen are set as well. Says Jay, maybe they will be regretting that because now Turner is out, and he could have really used that field to his advantage, only having the 2 men outside of the ring. Stop timing me out as well. And the chat there, and we have got that we are the same. It must be brain failing to work as well. And the chat says Paddy Wagon there as well. But now it is going to be possibly, who are they bringing out to the crease? It's actually gone down to 64% chance for the Perth Scorchers to win this game now, but it is going to be Aaron Hardy will be making his way to the crease. I will mention anyone who is new to the channel, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. It is hugely appreciated. Every single one of you for being here. We are currently sitting on 8,050 subscribers. So we have been flying up. We're also sitting on 28 likes with a like goal of 50. So can we do it? Do hit that like button and also subscribe to the channel. But now it is going to be Aaron Hardy at the crease. Like I mentioned, he's going to be important to try and reset this one a little bit, because have they waited too little too late for the power surge? That is a question, because now all of a sudden you've only got 1 set batsman and you're sitting 4 wickets down as well. So you can't really afford to lose too many more wickets. Definitely not if it was Evans who does lose it. He's given himself space. It's a great shot there out to the man at deep cover. And now it is just going to be the single. And now Hardy will get his first strike as well. I'm not confident with 197 anymore as well. And also, yeah, I think my brain dripped out of my ears in that 2 hours of sleep as well. And that one, like they are saying at the moment, it's going to be, I mean, the total at the moment, I said 170 at the start of this match. I feel like I'm sticking by that. And if the Perth Scorchers can push any higher than that, it will be hard for the Brisbane Heat to chase it down. But then Max Bryant, Chris Lynn, Jimmy Pearson, all players who can well and truly hit a ball. Hardy there hitting the ball straight to the man at short cover. So he wasn't able to get himself through the gap there, and he's looking like he is fired up. He can also hit a long ball, though. Kieran Hardy, please get some sleep LELs as well. And there says Hamish Ben saying, better get it then as well. It is going to be hit down the ground for the single, and Hardy gets off the mark, 1 off 2 at the moment for him. But they are sitting, I would say they're about par for what they would have been wanting at the stage of the innings, but they have still got that power surge, and it is going to be so important that they take it at the right time. I don't know whether or not they take it for this next over. If Evans is on strike, I would say yes, do it, because there's no point leaving it right till the last 2 overs, I don't think. Just outside of the off stump, almost get and cleaned up there. 170 is respectable. Lynn will be the man they need to get there, or get out cheaply as well there. And with the Pakistan and Bangladesh, there was only 2 balls left in the day when he got out. Oh, it was day 5. I didn't realize it was that close. I knew it would be close, but 2 balls left. That is insane that it was so close. And also we have got there, you should consider not making Sebastian a moderator. He is very mean to your viewers as well, says China Man there in the chat. And also we have there, she'll be right as well, says Ellie Hills. And I hope Chris Ling brings the heat as well. He lost it again, Hamish. Just so you know, depending on his attitude, when he comes back, I'll probably hide the Stormbreaker Force account as well. He's too irritating at this point as well there in the chat, says Sebastian, and another fake account. If you stick to one account, it's only when you have 2 accounts at once that he does end up hiding one of them. So just be sure to stick to one, and I'm sure it will be completely fine. But that is going to be the end of the 17th over now. 141 for 4 here for the Perth Scorchers. Are they taking the power surge, or do they give it one more over and save it for the final two? What are they deciding? They're having a big old chat about it as well. Hardy and also Evans, who's sitting on 27 of 25. Are they going to be taking it? It doesn't look like they're taking it yet. 55 in the stream. Please like and subscribe, everyone. Any weekend this rugby game, or sorry, any rugby this weekend, David, as well, I should say. And yes, there is Champions Cup, Challenge Cup. We are going to be covering both of them. So we've probably got about 9 hours in the middle of the night of live streams that we are going to be having on the channel. So be sure to check those ones out as well. And Mark, as said, Joe Root, more like Joe Overrated Heart, got him as well. That just says Mark there. Welcome in, Mark. It's Sebastian there, and I don't think I need it. It's helping me stay awake as well, says Ali Hills there. But yeah, we got the Champions Cup, Challenge Cup, so we're going to get to see Harlequins versus Castres. Also, it will be a whole heap of other matchups. Northampton versus Racing 92. That will be exciting. It's a full toss there from Basley to try and close out his final over of the match. So they are going to have two men who will be bowling the final two overs, and they will both be power surge as well. I'm pretty sure they have already took the power surge as well, says Josh. Have they? I haven't seen them do the spinning of the arms yet. So I guess if they have, I have well and truly not been paying attention for it as well. Are you a morning or a night person as well? I'm probably night, purely because of the fact that my nights are kind of morning now. Just because of the fact that I am on a weird schedule. I wonder how many pommies are feeling like that right now as well. There's Hamish Spencer there. Going to be down the leg side, and it is going to be the wider Mozzie, but I still like Joe Root as well. And also we have got there in the chat as well. Are you a morning or night person? And also we have got there, stay safe. Would recommend keeping your brain as well. And I'm Aussie, but I like Joe Root. As well, says Darlo there in the chat, and also in another one, says Jay there as well. There's 144 for 4 at the moment, 17.1 for this one so far. So it will be interesting to see whether or not Hardy can really start to hit a long ball in the early stages, because some batsmen, when you get your way to the crease, you do very nicely. But then other batsmen, doesn't quite go so well when you do get just a couple in a row. And also we have got there Rory Burns as well. There's more cakey. Unfortunately for him, he only got to face the one delivery for it as well. And also we have got their bowl first ball. He was indeed. Poor Rory Burns, He was. Like, that's the thing. Going all the way over there and then getting bowled first ball, it must suck. But, like, you've got all 5 days and also the days leading up to the second test match just to think about it, playing it over and over. And you're going, why did I step over to the leg side, or why did I step over to the offside and try and play it when we know Mitchell Stark has a bloody good Yorker as well? I don't mind Joe Root, but going out for a duck after Englishman hyped him up was so much more funny as well. And the chat says, Mark, and also I'm glad I'm not a mod on here. I can still, I can sit back and stir them up as well, says Jay. And also we have got the, yes, I'm just a Thunder fan as well, says Darlo there in the chat. And now it is going to be once again Hardy. He's sitting on 4 from 4 at the moment for his side. Okay, 3 balls left. I don't believe they've had the power surge, but I could well and truly be wrong here if they have already taken it. I didn't see them take it, though, so we will have to wait and see whether or not it is the final 2 overs. That's going to be a wide there from Basley, and he just got it a little bit off, and it was all jokes as well. And the channel also in the 14th, over 14 and 15 as well, says Josh Cook. Okay, so I guess they do not have it left, which is very good news. Meanwhile, I'm in a killing mood as well, says Sebastian there, and also we have got there, my cat is doing some weird stuff. Says more cake. What type of weird stuff is your cat doing? I assume he's watching the cricket, which is probably slightly considered weird for a cat anyway, I guess you could say. But my cat likes to watch the rugby as well. Muppets like puppets as well. Says Paddy Wagon once again running in there. Basley. Nice Yorker. That was kind of close to an LBW shot, but I think it was just going down leg and maybe a little bit of bat on that one as well. So it does go through for the single. 2 balls left until we get to the final 2 overs of this match as well. And also we have got there in the chat, we have got there, as well, says Darlo. And now it is going to be, yeah, just a little bit down the leg side. And I think he did actually hit that onto his pad there. And she is staring at the screen and sacking me. And sacking me with her tail hand. Or smacking me with her tail hard, I assume that is as well. And the chat, and now Basley once again going to be charging in for the Brisbane Heat. Can he get this one right? It's a slow ball, brilliantly bowled. Just goes over the stumps. And Evans is probably lucky that one didn't drop onto the top of the middle as well. And also we have got their safety officer as well. Says Jay Hayes there in the chat as well. But 148 for 4 at the moment for the Perth Scorchers. They've got 2 overs left. I think 170 is probably going to be a very good guess as well. My cat keeps farting, and it's Ransom as well. Says more cake down. Also, we have there, like how we just talked about brains for Mins as well. Says Paddy Wagon there. But now, once again, it is going to be Basley charging into the crease. 1 more ball left of his spell, and it's a decent one. It's gone straight up in the air now. Evans could be in trouble if someone is under it. It's going to be falling safe for him. Very lucky once again for him, and he is going to be survive until the 18th over is going to be coming to an end. And now 150 for 4 after the first 18 overs of the match. Does smell like cat food as well in there. And also we've got the Ooh says Paddy Wagon. And also we have got there my parents' cat name is Poopy as well. Oh, is it Poppy? Sorry, Poppy. She's cuddling me right now, says Stormbreaker Force. As well there, but Hardy at the moment sitting on 5 off 5. Evans sitting on 30 off 28. It was a brilliant innings from Curtis Patterson, moving himself up to 55 off 30 balls, 6 4s and 2 6s as well for him. And also we have got there my cat text me as well. And also we have got there tell your cat to use more claws and aim for the neck more often as well. And also we have got there put your head in Brisbane or pull your head in Brisbane, says more cake. And also why not? I gotta love the random conversations that go on these streams as well, says Katie. He says Ellie Hills, exactly right. We have a whole heap of random ones, and a lot of them, I mean, I'm not complaining about them at all. And Poppy is my favorite name, as says Bogger. You got it again. We also got to have my cat. Just sleeps most of the time as well, says Paddy Wagon. Now it's going to be Gannon. He has gone for 30 runs off his first 3 overs. He's been able to pick up that important wicket, though. He was able to get in the end Curtis Patterson. Big yawn happening there. Knack off the side of the edge. And that is going to be the wicket, and Hardy on his way now. And it's another one for the Perth Scorchers. We have got there. My cat just sleeps most of the time as well. And yeah, he's great. And the chat says Paddy Hill. Oh, yeah, it's great. Sorry. Says Paddy Hill's there, but it was the ball from Gannon. He ended up getting it on a good length. Trying to hit it a little bit too hard there for Hardy. And it was also probably that in between of whether or not it was a front foot, back foot. In the end, he advanced. Ended up a little bit too high. And because of it, it did come off the edge as well. No yawning as well. And that's and also we have got there, what a great way to make new friends as well. There's Elios, and also we have got there, Hamish, no yawning, and also finally my speech worked as well. There's more cake there. Jack Aaron Hardy on his way going for 5 off 6 deliveries, and also we have got there, nice, sees more cake as well. The next batsman, I tell you what, Ashton Agar, he can hit a long ball as well. Now that I think about it, I don't like cats purely because I'm allergic as well, says Starlight. So that's probably a good enough reason to not have a cat. Always need friends as well. And the chat says Ali, but nonetheless, anyone who hasn't already, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel because we are going to be back with more and more KFC Big Bash. We have already done the Hurricanes versus Sixers match tonight. We are covering this game between the Perth Scorchers and the Brisbane Heat, and we have got the game tomorrow for the Strikers versus the Renegades, and completely lost track of the game because of that guy who got the wicket, please, says Bash. And so it was in the end Cameron Gannon who was able to get it. It was Jimmy Pearson took the catch behind the stumps, and it was Aaron Hardy was on his way 5 runs off 6 deliveries as well. And also, yeah, I've got there from Plane Spotter as well, bro. Wish I could see it live, by the way. You are talking very fast as well. I am indeed. Sorry about that. If it is a little bit hard to understand. As soon as I get excited, I just rattle things off at about 1,000 miles an hour. That's going to be the single there for Ashton Agar, and he gets off the mark, and he's certainly got the power to be able to finish out this innings well for the Perth Scorchers, maybe looking at that 170 or so. Now that they have lost Hardy at the crease. And also I do have a dog, but though he's cute, dribbles a lot though. He's a bulldog as well, says Darlin. Also I have a cat. I have I half 3/4, you have 1 as well. You buy a cat. I half 3/4, you have 1, says more cake. That one's gone over my head. I'm sure. And also I have a deal for that phone number. Every yawn is 1 number as well. And also we have got there, our friends are good as well, says Paddy Wagon. Also that's a great idea, Paddy Wagon as well. And plain sponge with chocolate icing as well. There's more cake there. Another dot ball there for Gannon. So because of it, Ashton Agar are going to be back on strike. And it's going to be important for the last 9 balls that they don't end up leaking too many runs here, the Perth Scorchers. If they can get out of this one, the Brisbane Heat, if they get out of this one going for less than 100, and I would say 165 would be absolutely ideal for them in this situation. It's a great Yorker there from Gannon, who's been able to pick himself up 2 boundaries already. Friends are good as well in the chat there for Paddy Wagon. Wouldn't you have 1.5 as well? Says Darley there in the chat. And now it is going to be Ashton Agar. He is on strike at the moment. He can hit a long ball, like I mentioned. He wouldn't mind a 6 here just to really push them towards that 170 total at the moment. 57% chance. And also we have got there. So they said, hello, Kiwi lads, I am back. No, you're not. It's got there. Your cat has all over the bed, me sleeping on the floor, and my cat thinking he's a gangster as well there in the chat as well. And it's going to be in this situation now. All of it sitting at 153. Another fake account as well, says Jay Hayes. It is indeed. And also, I don't have friends as well, says Ellie. And also, Yo says more cake there in the chat as well. My cat, your cat, it was over half the bed, me sleeping on the floor, and my cat thinking she's gangster as well. Says more cake there. And you sure as well. And Dallo, what type of dog do you have? Says Stormbreaker now. It's going to be the ramp shot attempted there by Evans. Not able to get it, though. And that is going to be the end of the 19th. They have got 153 for 5. And now 165 would probably be decent as well. It's like kindergarten in here as well. And notice how Hamish didn't say anything to your deal as well, says Ellie there. as I was worried that I was going to have a few in a row, and then all of a sudden there's not too many digits in that situation. But yeah, anyone who hasn't already, be sure to leave a like. This is every disappointing from the Scorchers as well, or very disappointing, I assume that is. Yeah, they haven't really been able to continue that momentum that Patterson, and also in the end, like I would say, Cameron Bancroft also helped set this up for a decent innings for them. But we're sitting on 39 likes at the moment, so if you haven't already, be sure to leave a like on this live stream. We are trying to hit 50 by the end of this matchup. I feel like we should be able to do it easy, so perhaps we try and go for about 70 by the end. But first of all, we will try and hit the 50. And we have got one over possibly to do it. I got him too good as well, says Betty Wagon. Also, we have got I don't have friends either. As I see so much Spencer there, and Yago Heat as well. And I have a couple, but not many as well. There's Ali there. It's going to be Bartlett bowling the final over here. It's gone for 10 overs. Has gone for 10 runs off each of his individual overs so far for his economy rate. It's going to be a white ball. That's an edge. He's got him. And Ashton Agar is going to be on his way once again. They are falling over here for the Perth Scorchers. Who do you think will win tonight as well, says Plain Spotter? Well, the way that Curtis Patterson was going, I was saying Perth Scorchers 100%, but now I'm literally probably more on the side of the Brisbane Heat. I think that they've bowled extremely well, and it's whether or not that bowling attack of the Perth Scorchers can now bowl as well. Hope Scorchers win as well, says Grace there. And also we have got there, we are all friends here as well, says Betty Wagon and me. 3-7 down our halftime, full-time, 47-12. 42-7, I should say. And yeah, really well done. I like that good energy as well. Says Hamish Spencer there and the chat as well. Now Ashton Agar on his way, unfortunately for him, only getting himself 2 runs off 4 deliveries. And now Andrew Ty is going to be making his way out there. Evans sitting on 30 off 30 for himself here as well. And he will need around 162 as well. And also accept him and his 50 fake accounts as well. Says a Paddy Wagon there. Says Sebastian there and go to Perth and play then as well. Says more cake. Is that for myself? Or what are we talking about? We have got the Andrew Ty at the moment. He has made his way to the crease. We'll have to wait and see how well he can do. Heat winning 24-7 as well. Says more cake there in the chat. But yeah, at the moment they are actually 53% likely, to be able to win this game. And I need to sleep in, I don't know, as well. Says a more cake there as well. But now it is going to be Bartlett once again attacking the crease, trying to pick up another wicket for himself. Oh, it's just bounced it a little bit too high over the stumps, but it's a dot ball for them. And that is even more important for them. Andrew Tyke still on strike, and it is going to be Evans, who is sitting on 30 on 30, but he is not at the ground, or he is not at the striker's end, I should say, as well. I'm sure he's at the ground. He's at the other end of the pitch, but we have got there in the chat as well. As said, Preston Yet has said, I am new. Oh, hey, I'm new here as well. Welcome into the live stream, mate. I hope you are doing well, and this is good score for you, Hamish, so far, Hamish, as well. Sorry. He's given, yeah, it's looking like they're going to be able to get around that 160 mark. It's going to be a shot from Andrew Ty. He smacks that one hard, but it's going straight out to the man who is at deep square leg, and we have got there, you're right, as well in the chat. And I think the thing here is that none of us know what sleep is as well, says Ali Hills. And also we have got there, how does this work as well, says Prashnet. Pretty much it is the case of the scoreboard updates itself, and I just let you guys know what is happening in the matches while they are taking place for the live commentary, as we aren't able to show any match footage or audio, but we all just pretty much have a chat about these matches as well. And we have got hi in the chat as well. Welcome into the live stream. Bartlett now charging in. 3 balls left. That was close to the off stump. Almost given Evans a bit of a rattle of his off peg. We have got this. We have also got the squirrels as well. I kind of do, but anyway as well. Says Betty Wagon, and yeah, in the chat from more cake now. Evans, he needs to make sure that he hits this one to the boundary in the last 2 balls to try and get them around that 160 mark, which may be defendable. It's going to be a tough pitch to bet on by the looks of it. It did look like it was going to be starting very well. I woke up at 6 a.m. and I want to wake up at 8 as well. That one is going to be going down there. And also we have got there, I'm about to submit my PhD thesis on cricket after 7 years of research as well, says Prashnet. So hopefully it does go well for you, mate. Is it like an exam? I guess so. You probably get rated out of a percentage, or is it a grade that they do give you? And squiggles as well, says Betty Wagon there in the chat. And now this stage it is going to be 11 for, it's a BBO 11, I should say, and it's match 5 already. They've been flying by. We are covering every single match on the channel. So if you are new, be sure to leave a like. Final ball of the match. It's a good strike of the ball. It's a very good strike of the ball. Oh, what a catch that would have been for Ducker, but he just threw it back into the field of play. He decided that rather than trying to take that catch and it being a 6, they are just running between the wickets about 5 times. And that is going to be the end of the match. In the end, Evans able to scamper through for 3, and they have set the total of 157 for 6 after the 20 overs as well. I'm not friends with you people as well. There's Warriors Man there in the chat as well. And also, we've got there, I might have taken down more targets than Hitman 47 today as well. There's a bash in there. Mr. Squiggles is a TV show, isn't it, as well? And you're doing Ash's live stream too, Hamish. I want to, but I don't know whether or not I will be awake early enough because of the fact that this one is ending just a little bit later. Playing spot, I said you play cricket. I used to quite often. I was a little bit. Oh yeah, what, they got an extra run there because of the fielder. I believe it was Duckett decided that he wanted to get himself his glasses back. So he decided to try and pick them up rather than throwing that ball. And you calling me fat boy as well? I'm skinny and I outweigh 42 kgs and I 13 years as well. And the chat, and also we've got the PhD is not a single exam, it's an examination of life and intellect as well. I work with biomechanics involved in cricket as well, so he's put a net there. And also we have got there in the chat, and also we have got there in the chat as well. I'll tell you what, it's going quick at the moment, the chat. I do appreciate all your being here. If you are new, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. In the end, Gannon able to pick himself up 2 wickets for his side, doing very nicely. And then also for his side, it was pretty much every single bowler who bowled got a wicket here for the Brisbane Heat. Bartlett got 1, Guthrie got 1, economy rate of Majid was very strong and he got himself 1, and then Basley also got economy rate and he was able to get himself the wicket as well. For the run scorers, it was Cameron Bancroft. He was able to get 25 runs off 21 deliveries, 4 boundaries he was able to hit. They were all 4s. Curtis Patterson went out to the crease, started like a house on fire for the Scorchers. 55 runs off 30 deliveries, 6 4s, 2 6s for him as well. And Laurie Evans able to get 33 off 33 balls with 2 4s. And then as well, we're chilling as well. And the chat there says more cake. And also we have got there in the chat as well. But it is spammer on here is Mr. Squiggles as well, says Batty Wagon there. And then also a little bit of an honourable mention was Ashton Turner, who was able to get himself 28 of 19 deliveries, 2 6s for him and 1 4, but then he did go out. Unfortunately for him, he was caught by Tom Cooper, and also Majid was the bowler in that situation. And if you're fat, but you eat healthy, like all you eat is meat and veg as well. And also, I love the way you respond to all comments. I keep track of the match at the same time. Great entertainment, mate, as well, says Prashnet. Thank you very much, mate. That is like the main goal of this channel. Like, yes, we like doing the commentary, but it's also because of you guys that do make these live streams so much fun. So that is why I try my best to read every single comment within reason, depending on what is said. And as well as more games tomorrow as well, says Kevin. So we have got the game between the Adelaide Strikers and the Melbourne Renegades. That is going to be taking place tomorrow, and it should be a very exciting one. That is at 9:15, I want to say, but I am quickly going to make sure that I have got the right time. Everyone say yes if this is the best live streams as well, says Patty Wagon in there. And also the Scorchers should be able to defend this and bowl very well and feel well as well. And be sure to like and subscribe to the channel, people. Click on the Kiwi Lad Sport channel in the pin comment, and then also the gaming channel as well. And also I got a lunchtime detention for putting trash in the bin as well, says Morcake. That is hard to work out. And I'm enjoying a full bottle of Fanta watching your stream. Very cool experience as well, says Coding. A full bottle, that is a lot. I think I've got a can in the fridge, which I might look at getting after this live stream has finished. Strikers and Renegade played yesterday, though, as well, says Playing Spotter. They did indeed, but for some reason, they have got a few double-up matches that are taking place pretty much straight after each other. So, yeah, the Strikers versus Renegades, that's taking place in 19 hours, 51 minutes at 9:15 p.m. is when we are going to be covering that one as well. Then the Sixers, they have their rematch with the Hurricanes in only 2 days, 19 hours time as well. And also we have got there in there as well. Hey, just to make the discussion interesting, what's your take on cryptocurrency? I have never gotten into it because of the fact that I have no idea. Like, I feel like that's the thing. My predictions for rugby and cricket are not good. And then for me to try and predict what a stock market line is going to do, I feel like is even worse by myself. I could not drop the year 3s as well. Says more cake there as well. And the jab, but nonetheless, it's going to be exciting to see how it is going to be ending for this matchup as well. We have got there, bro. That was not someone's name as well. Says it's Hamish Spencer in the chat. It does look like I didn't read it out though, because I don't think I can read it out in Muppets Like Muppets and Mr. Squiggles as well in the chat there. But looking through at the other fixtures that are coming up in the very short moment, it is going to be the Stars versus the Thunder. That's going to be taking place in 2 days' time. That is on Friday, 10th of December, and that is 9:15 as well. Then we've got the double headers back to back in the next games. That is going to be the Sixers versus the Hurricanes. There's going to be the Stars versus Thunder, and then the Heat versus the Renegades as the game that is taking place on the Monday as well. And Merry Christmas as well in the chat from More Cakes. And Merry Christmas to you too, mate. We're only 16 days away from Christmas, which is pretty crazy. I can't back. My internet crashed as well, says Ellie Hills. So welcome back to the live stream. Hope you are doing well, and hopefully your Wi-Fi does stick around just like mine. I am fingers crossed still that it is going to be able to last throughout the whole live stream. I am looking down at the floor for a second because I did lose my little thingy before. There it is. That's the thing. I actually, you know how I said the other day, guys, that I was going to possibly be using this little thing for the green screen and be playing with it after the live stream. That's exactly what I did. Feel like it is a lot of fun. You can kind of just do a whole heap of random stuff with it as well. It's very much so a good time. This is going to be going till like 1 a.m. here as well. Yeah, it is. It's going to be a late night one, 3 a.m. here in New Zealand, and you're making me mad. I do not want to swear as well. Says Morke then. Hopefully rain stay away from the Ashes tomorrow. Full day play as well, says Kevin. Yeah, hopefully they do get plenty of game time in and streams running smoothly. Hamish, nothing to worry about as well, says Sebastian there, which is great news as well. But yeah, pretty much every time I have a live stream, I always end up in that situation of pretty much it is that situation of I reset my modem. Did it crash, Ellie, or you switch accounts as well? Says Jay, I believe it's still the same, Ellie, as before. And also, OMG, it's 1:25 a.m. I'm awake. Still what's happening as well, says Patty Wagon. Yeah, anyone who does need to go to sleep, be sure to sleep. Sleep is important. Glenn Maxwell, he is wearing a dress suit, which is something I don't think I've seen him, or a dress shirt, I guess I should say. And now at the moment, Patterson, he was able to get himself 55 off 30 deliveries. Evans 33 not out off 33. Turner was 28 off 19, and then Bancroft was 25 off 21 as well. Gannon, he was able to get himself a couple wickets for his side, and then everyone else was able to get themselves one as well. We have us got there in the chat as well. Can you please give a shout out to Mike? It's his birthday today. Happy birthday, Mike. Hope you are doing well, mate, and hope you are having a very good birthday indeed. We have got there, about that 70% chance of rain as well. And also we have got there Brisbane in the chat, and a crash as well, says Ellie Hills as well. And it's not his birthday as well, says Jay. I know it's not his birthday. That's why I only called him Mike. But now it is going to be showing all the highlights of Curtis Patterson. He was doing very nicely as well in the chat. And also make me Jay. I think Moorcake, you are getting slightly confused. I don't think Jay's calling you the spammer. It's actually someone else. And there's also we have got there. I'll have to kiss my Saturday goodbye as well, says Sebastian there as well. And was actually what actually is a Perth smash as well. I'm not sure. I don't know where it came from. I think you actually started it there, smart fellow, as us playing spotter in the chat as well. And also, yeah, I did realize straight away. I was like, I'm just going to shout out Mike rather than Mike Schlong, wasn't it? Or something along those lines. And also, we have got there a Morcake is there as well. And also, I hope Australia doesn't fall to the green wicket tomorrow like England did as well. And there, although Morcake, he has been around since like the first Big Bash last year on the channel as well. He has been here for quite a while, but they are just showing that replay over and over again of the fact that Mitch Starc was able to get the perfect start to the Ashes and was able to bowl around the side. And also maybe my brain didn't fall out as well, says Paddy Wagon there as well for Ali Hills, but it is going to be now into the hands of, it was David Warner who was able to take quite a few catches at first slip. And also Pat Cummins able to get himself the 5 for. He is on fire at the moment for his bowling. Maybe gets a 10 for his captain in the early stages. That's the thing. Nathan Lyon, when you know you're in form, is when Nathan Lyon only has to bowl 7 overs. But later on in the test match, I would say that will be when he starts to shine. But then that also means maybe a couple of the English bowlers might get a decent chance as well. So yeah, we got there. He may be JA's as well. He may be as well. Well, I think everyone just needs to calm down a little bit here, because I think we can all be friends. Everyone's all chilled out here. But now it is going to be the catch taken by Alex Carey. He actually took quite a few for Australia in that fixture. But do let me know, ladies and gentlemen, how many runs is it going to be that the Brisbane Heat will be able to get? Are they going to be able to chase it down? And also we have got there, and I was literally asking what a Perth smash is a whole time, because the person who you do a podcast with and his decouple started it as well, says that I am not too sure. I haven't actually heard it other than when it is mentioned in the chat. And Australians know the Gabba as well. Oh, sorry, Aussies know the Gabba. They'll know the green wicket is waiting for them as well. They'll be fine as well. And should I be careful of what I eat this Christmas, or should I go fat mode as well, says Hamish? It depends on what your New Year's resolution is. If your New Year's resolution is to exercise and whatnot, you might be all right. Would you rather a cheese on your chocolate cake or chocolate on your cheesecake? Chocolate on your cheesecake, mate. That would be better out of those two as well. Oh, yeah, I was got to go jump off a guys, we are all friends except Muppets and Cereals as well. And also we have the Everton King. Sorry, as I said, this is a good stream. Well done as well. Thank you very much, mate. We are going to be covering the second innings of this match as well. They are showing Moses Henriquez. He did very nicely for the Sydney Sixers to be able to get himself a few runs. It looked like Patterson for a second was going to be making his way up. We can watch the Ashes on YouTube. Unfortunately, I don't believe they've got them anywhere, but maybe cricket.com.au might have the highlights. One moment. I will have a quick look for you and see if they have got them, but they don't actually have it live, unfortunately, on YouTube. Sadly, we'll go like this, and we will go like this as well. Cricket.com.au, what do we got today? We have got one moment. Cummins gets the 5-wicket haul. Okay, so they got a few highlights of cricket.com.au, but it's only like a couple minutes or so as well, unfortunately. And also we have got there, cheesecake is easily the best sort of cake as well. And the chat says, Hamish Spencer, but now it's going to be the Perth Scorchers. They will have to try and defend this title. Berendorf, he can certainly throw them down at a decent rate. And it is going to be Max Bryan and also Chris Lynn, who will be two very important players for the Brisbane Heat. I know that the UK coverage of the Ashes is BT Sport as well. See Sebastian there. Do they also have the Champions Cup? Sebastian, do let me know. And also, I've got there, I have actually made it to 8 a.m. years ago as well. Says it was Paddy Wagon there, and also, geez, more months as well. And also, is it bad to eat 100 or 15 calories a day if I'm 95 kgs and 162 centimeters trying to lose weight as well? Oh, sorry, 1,500. I read that as 15. I think as long as you make sure, like if you're exercising as well, you need to make sure that you are still getting your daily calories in, because or else if you go at too much of a deficit, your body will actually end up storing that and won't want to release those extra like bits of fat and whatnot unless like because it goes into starvation mode. I feel like that's probably a terrible way. I am not a doctor, but if I was, I would feel sorry for the people who I am giving advice, because I'd probably be like just very bad at my job. I just end up speed talking and be like, have you seen my YouTube channel? I'm going to run for mayor of Waimate as well. It's simple burn more than what you eat as well. Says Hamish Smith, and also I'll check the Champions Cup coverage as well. Says Sebastian, thank you very much, mate, because I might have to sign up for BT Sport if I do not have access to the games here in New Zealand, because we got Spark Sport, we got Sky Go, but maybe neither of them will have it as well. So hopefully I can find it and can watch it as well. How much is BT Sport a month, Sebastian, for the coverage of that? Do let me know if you are still there as well. And also we have got the weirded Henry Samuel. Well, he is still about every once in a while. He watches the rugby ones more than anything else rather than the cricket. And also we have got there, stop talking about stuff not related to the video as well, says Everton King there. And at the chat, but now at this stage we are just waiting for the second half to get back underway. Where is the cat? Or where my cat is back. Me happy as well. Says more cake there, but we are very close to the second innings. And also I keep staying up till around 11 a.m. watching the live streams after doing the day's worth of stuff as well. I should probably get some sleep at some point maybe as well. In the chat as well, says Ali Hills. Yeah, I feel like my sleep schedule is definitely not what it should be. Well, they just actually ended up uploading a video on cricket.com.au for Cummins to the 4 with 5 as England at 6s and 7s as well, which is interesting enough. More cake. Are you still in year 3 as well? Ask Jay there for the chat. But now the lineup that they have got for the Brisbane Heat in their bowling or their batting lineup. Sorry, Chris Lynn, Max Bryant, Ben Duckett, Sam Heaslett, Jimmy Pearson, Tom Cooper, James Baisley, Xavier Bartlett, Majip, and then it will also be Cameron Gannon and Liam Guthrie as the last. I think it should as well. And the BT Sport are covering the Heineken Champions Cup. What about the Challenge Cup, Sebastian? Do they have it on there as well? I feel like, another question. Sorry, Sebastian, I'm just doing you 50 questions at the moment, but do they have the ability to watch games on demand after they have taken place? Sebastian, do let me know, because I feel like that is something that I would also love to be able to do, is watch all of the Champions Cup games after they have taken place, and also use my fitness pal to check how many calories you have consumed and what you can consume as well. And she'll be right as well, says Ali Hills there. We are currently sitting on, I believe we're close to that 50 like goal of this live stream. We were trying to bring up our half century. We are sitting on, says 38 at the moment. It's actually dropped from 43, so I'm not too sure what happened there. But if you haven't already, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Oh, no, sorry, we are actually on 44. I can't do maths. And also we have got there and the chat as well with the laughing emojis from Paddy Wagon as well. But we're sitting on 44, so we are getting closer and closer. So if you haven't already, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to this channel, because we are going to be covering all of the BBL as well. And also we have got there in the chat 45 likes as well. Says Paddy Wagon is my fitness pal on your phone as well. It can be, depending on the device. I believe it's on Apple. I think it's on Samsung as well for my fitness pal. It's just a slightly different version. But if you can't get my fitness pal, there are other apps that you can use that have actually got like it all available type thing. So in terms of Samsung, I can't think of what it's called, but I know that there is one as well for that one. And also we've got the, yep, it's on the App Store as well. Says Hamish Spencer now making their way back out to the wicket, and it is going to be the Brisbane Heat. They have to try and chase down 158. Now, after the 10 overs, we will be keeping you updated in terms of how many they need. Oh, tell you what, that is showing the bat that did get snapped in half, and it was well and truly in half for that one. He ended up breaking it straight down the middle, unfortunately for him. And also we have got there finally as well. And also you get a life as well. Says Irish Vets, and also more cake. Caps lock stuck on as well, says Jay. And also we have got there finally, I am on ISO as well. And the chat says more cake, but yeah, that bat well and truly snapped in half of them. We've got a bit of a light show going on at the moment. Behrendorf looks like he will be opening it up. And also you're on iOS as well for the iPad mini. And got it, thanks, mate, as well. Says Darlow there, but it's looking like there's going to be a very exciting finish to this match. We have seen already a couple games go down to the wire. The Sixers versus Hurricanes game looked like it could have gone either way right up until maybe that last over or so. The Renegades versus Strikers. That was going to be that situation of it could have literally gone down to the final ball, and it did. But then in the end, they were just a little bit too short for themselves. So I am excited to see what happens for this one. Chris Lynn going to be opening versus pace. He has got the maximum. He's not the best up against spin they have got in terms of the power meters. He is certainly off the charts for Chris Lynn. So that's going to be interesting to see how he does go. It's called a BT Sport Monthly Pass. I couldn't spot any Challenge Cup fixtures, though. Still worth taking a look. Maybe write down the name of the service. Tell you what I'm going to do, Sebastian. I'm going to give you a little star, and then that will go into my starred section, as I need to get rid of some of these idiots from your chat, mate. Seriously, as well, says Jay. It's pretty much the case of if we get rid of them, they just make another account, pretty much. So unfortunately, they do just keep on making them back to back to back in that one. And also, there's another number of that cell phone number because Yon as well says it was in the end from Ali, and that one is going to be a dot ball. Start off this one, but Chris Linney is going to be on strike here. It's got at the other end, it is going to be Max Bryant, who is an important one. All good. I wish you all the best as well for Darlow into the chat as well. But Behrendorf, 60 matches, 70 wickets. He has been able to get for himself. And Hamish, where is the numbers of for Yawns you did as well? Says Patty Way. We'll say that I've done one, so you can get a 0. There we go. That is the first number. Hopefully I don't yawn another like 9 times, or else you've almost got the full thing. But now it is going to be Behrendorf once again, going to be charging in 158 required here of 119. It's going to be on the pads of Chris Lynn, and they're running through for the single to get them underway as well. I'll make them make more accounts. It gets boring after a while as well, says Jay. I don't know. They've done like 50 already. I think you found that from BKR Sports live stream as well, how they literally will just keep on going and going and going and going up until they get to the end as well. So it's an interesting one, unfortunately, for it as well. But hopefully they do get sick of it eventually. And what do I do if I'm under 18 as well? I think you do need to make sure that you have done all the proper research, and maybe even talk to the doctor, I think, is another one that they do recommend. That one's going straight down the ground, and it is just a dot ball. Max Bryant trying to get underway, get himself a decent total. If either of these two men make it to 50, I would say that the Brisbane Heat win this game relatively comfortably. They're currently 54% favourites to be able to win this one for the Brisbane Heat. Just the one run so far for Chris Lynn, but Behrendorf at this stage, him to Max Bryant, 2 wickets, 14 runs, 24 balls as well, and he doesn't normally hit him around the ground too much, Bryant, there. And also we have got there in the chat as well, we have got there, all right as well, says Darlow there in the chat as well. It is going to be a nice delivery just outside of the off stump, and Behrendorf does once again have the dot. It's going to be important that they get a decent start, because we did see through that kind of just after the power play and also a little bit later on, smashed it, you're getting the number as well. And do I talk to my trainer about it as well, says Darlow. If you have got a trainer, it probably would be a good idea, just so that you know exactly how many calories you want to be on, because you don't want to be starving yourself, because it actually has the opposite effect. We have got there. Be sure to like the button or hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Much appreciated for your support as well. And also we have got there, heard it in a few rugby 3 months ago, and also he's talking about the app. I suggested you need to be 18 plus to use it as well. Here's Hamish Spencer. Yeah, I guess it is a tough one, because a lot of kids in our day, they do want to go to the gym and whatnot, but you just got to make sure that you don't do it like crazily. As I also hi in the chat says Mr. 18 as well. Welcome in to the live stream, mate. Now at the moment, Brian sitting on 1 off 3, Lynn sitting off 1 off 2, and Behrendorf sitting on 0 for 2 after his first 5 balls of this match for his bowling. I'm just trying to do the maths in my head. The required run rate sitting around that 8, so I feel like a couple quiet overs here in the power play or a couple big overs could be the difference. That's going to be in the air for Chris Lynn. He's cut it away, and that's going to be 4, but it was almost going to be a catch there. He just absolutely smacks at Chris Lynn. And that's going to be the end of the over. 6 runs for none after the very first. So we have still got 19 to go, and there is plenty of time for Chris Lynn to find the middle of the bat multiple times in this innings. Also, Max Bryant sitting on 1 off 3. He also has the power to be able to do so. We have what's got there in the chat as well. I'm not really a kid, but I'm not an adult as well, says Edwards Darlow. And also we have got there, I just yawned again as well, says Paddy Wagon. So now, does that mean I get one number of something? I guess. And now it is going to be Chris Lynn, who will be off strike for this next over, and they have decided that they're going to go with Kelly here. Try and get it going. He didn't actually have to bat, but it was getting relatively close to his image as well, says Darlow there, and thank you in the chat, says Morkak as well. But now at this stage, it is going to be very exciting to see how this one goes for the second over, because the power play it's a tough one. The power play is always so important for them in the early stages of the match as well. I think Andrew Gaze. Who is Andrew Gaze? Is he a ex-cricketer? Do let me know. And also, I can't show the light. It's night here as well, and I don't think it's fair that you have to be 18 plus to use an app for weight loss as well. Yeah, I feel like it's kind of like if they had that, I think they should have it so that you can like connect it to your parents' phone as well or something so that they can supervise, but you are still allowed to use it. Oh, that's a nice bit of swing there. Head down the ground, and Bryant just gets himself the single well cut up, and also all good, mate. And the chat, and also we have got there. If you yawn, surely you have to remove a number that you have received as well. And can I get some? Can I come on your podcast for rugby as well? Says GSE. We haven't really had too many guests so far, but we are kind of planning a couple in the future. Although we haven't actually got a podcast coming up this week, unfortunately, just due to schedules not quite working out as well. And also we have got there, however you spell it, was a basketball player as well. Okay, so that is what he's doing on the commentary. Was he Australian? Melbourne Tigers player. Okay, that makes sense. So they have decided to have him on the commentary for the first time. It sounds like he's doing a decent job as well. And also, I was trying to get Hamish to yawn, says Paddy Wagon there, but Kelly now once again charging in. Beautiful delivery. Chris Lynn just dabbling in it a little bit. Not quite able to connect with it as well. 151 runs to win off the 112 runs per over as well. And also, we have got the 100% in the crowd as well. He shouldn't possibly be dabbling out there with that one, Chris Lynn, or else he could get himself into a lot of trouble. And it looks like he was just watching that one off the pitch. This pitch could have a couple of demons in it, like I mentioned for that last one between the Sixers and the Hurricanes. There might be something there. Squiggles is on the chat, says Paddy Wagon. And also Ali Hill's there as well. But now it is going to be steaming in once again. Chris Lynn, it's pitched up nicely. And Kelly is going to be once again another dot ball. So bowling very nicely so far here, Matthew Kelly. And like I mentioned, they need a couple quiet overs. I'm actually going to see the comparison between these two sides throughout it because I know Perth Scorchers had a lot of big overs in a row. They are still going to require that 150 or so. So for the Scorchers, after the first 2 overs, they were sitting on a total of 9 for 1. So they actually lost a wicket very early. How many runs are we given Mr. Lynn? I'm going to give him 44. Weird number, but I'm going with it. 44 is my prediction. Do let me know, ladies and gentlemen, how many runs is Chris Lynn going to be able to get? That one was almost in the air, but that's going away to the boundary, rocketing out there. He's got a thick bat, Chris Lynn, and he only has to get it off the edge for it to go all the way, and that is going to be a boundary for him as well. Agreed. If it was just link it to your parents' phone, I'll link it to mine, which would be easier as well there. And also we have got there in the chat as well. Please stop timing me out. I'm trying to chill and chat with my friend Hamish as well. Says Celtics there in the chat. And 54 says more cake for the prediction of how many runs that Chris Lynn is going to be able to get there as well. It was nicely played by Chris Lynn. Hardly even swings through the line as well. Yeah, he really doesn't want to give the number as well, says Paddy Wagon there. And I think Swill said Perth smash as well, says Jay there and Kelly at the moment. 4 balls so far. That's going to be once again almost off the edge of Chris Lynn. Running through for the single, though, fielded by Point. And it is going to bring them through to the 12 runs. So at the moment, they're a little bit ahead. I'll give them 25 to 30 runs as well. And at the jet there for Sebastian, I am hearting all of these or doing the little star. I didn't know this was a feature. I feel like it's very recent that they have added it for my live streaming software, but pretty much I am going to keep track of all the predictions that you guys are given, including how many balls do you think the Brisbane Heat will have spare if they win this match? As if I'm trying to lose 20 kilos, is it good to go 1 kilo per week? I think it's actually less than 1 kilo. You want to go about 500 grams or something. You don't want to do it all at once, or else it's more deceptive, or it's more likely that's going to be the wicket there. Bryant's on his way, but it's more likely to stay on and kind of come back if you do end up losing it all in a hurry, and then you kind of end up bulk eating, I guess, after you've lost it, and then it does make it a little bit. Steve needs a pay rise after the stream. He does indeed. Every single live stream, I mentioned that I need to give him a pay rise. I realize that I don't pay him yet, but he's certainly going to be on the payroll soon by the way that he has to work very hard. And also we have got there, I can tell maybe you just have to meet her in real life and get it yourself as well, says Ellie Hills there. And who knows, maybe you already have Paddy Wagon. Deceptive. But now at this stage, Max Bryan, he is going to be out. And he was 2 runs off 5. So now all of a sudden, Ben Duckett will be making his way to the crease. He actually had a very good first innings, though, for his side when they were in that game. But Max Bryant, you can see the disappointment on his face. When you don't bowl and you are just a batsman and you have a couple low scores in a row, it can get to you mentally a little bit. So hopefully he's not too bad. But Duckett here was almost able to get himself the 50, but did just miss out payment in KFC zinger boxes as well. There's Jay, and also half that. And so says Darlow as well, and also Squibbles are good biscuits as well. But Darlow also, if you do talk to your dietitian or someone like that, they will be able to help you out in terms of that, or your trainer. They will be able to say what is a safe amount for yourself to be losing as well. And also Squiggles are good biscuits, says Ellie Hills. They are indeed. And maybe you've met her as well. Maybe show a picture instead of phone number. As well, says Paddy Wagon. I would get a message from her straight away, and she would not be happy. That is for sure. Imagine me, except with slightly longer hair. Do you want to date her? But now it is going to be Tucker, who will be at the non-strikers, and Lynn. He has gone 10 runs so far off the first 7 deliveries that he has faced, but he needs to be out there for a little bit longer for them, definitely for the end of this power play. It's very interesting how similar these two sides are, though, because there was a wicket falling in the second over for the Perth Scorchers. And then this one was a relatively big one for them as well, in mid-order as well. And then I think Hamish will make a good coach as well. And isn't Jimmy Pearson batting tonight? He is indeed. He is going to be coming in at around 5 or so. They normally save him for a little bit later, as he is keeping for them as well. And also we have got there in the chat as well. I would assume she looks like a femish. It looks like Hamish, but female as well. And I just messed it around. There's Betty Wagon there as well. And water break done. As well as there's more cakes. So that is good news for yourself there. But it is going to be interesting to see how many runs Chris Lynn gets, because we know how talented he is. I'm just looking there. Patterson in the 4th over hit 6-4-6-4. How did that miss the stumps to duck it? That was close. Behrendorf going straight through him and wasn't quite able to connect with the off stump with that delivery, but they're going to currently need around 8.21 and over. We did see scoreboard pressure start to get to the Hobart Hurricanes a little bit. They had Hanscom, who came in and was almost a game changer, and I feel like Jimmy Pearson is that man for the Brisbane Heat, or maybe even Sam Heaslett, to be fair. Very talented as well. Scorchers were 1 for 9 at this point as well in the game. How is that missed everything? That's an absolute peach of a delivery from Behrendorf. I don't know how that has happened. I never asked you, who do you support in the Super Smash? I know you love yourself some Kiwi cricket as well for Paddy Wagon, and also we have got this live stream, might be the best of all time as well. Says Paddy Wagon there. I don't know how that's missed off stump. I don't know how it's missed all the stumps. And also we have got the smack that like button, yawn for a wicket as well. And this isn't that another number as well? Says Ali there. And also, did I tell them that I want to be an overweight still? But I don't want to be obese. But it's basically they have a bit of weight on you, especially if you want to play footy as well, says Darlow. Yeah, it probably depends on your position as well. You want to make sure that you are the right build for it. That's going to be in a little bit of an advance there from Duckett. He's been able to pierce the gap. Nicely chased there by Hardy to be able to cut it off. We have got there in the chat a little bit earlier on. We probably aren't the best people to ask, but my advice would be eat more protein and exercise consistently as well. Yeah, I feel like I'm the worst person to ask when it comes to diet and exercise, because I sit live streaming for about 10 hours a day, a lot of the time on the weekends, and then I sleep at random hours as well. Sleep is actually, believe it or not, sleep is actually very important when it comes to weight loss. If you're not sleeping well, you won't be losing that weight well, so you're going to make sure that you do get plenty of hours sleeps as well. Behrendorf a little bit too short there, but it is going to be the dot ball there. And also we have the Stags seem to be a very popular choice for a domestic team as well. And second number, Hamish, as I says, Paddy Wagon there, and Central District says that Paddy Wagon there as well. But at the Heat at the moment, they are actually sitting on identical to what the Perth Scorchers were on for the Big Bash boost point. They will need themselves they need 80 runs to be able to get themselves that Big Bash boost point in that situation as well. But now Behrendorf, he is going to be charging it. I need to game right. Wait, I'm a skinny fellow as well. That's going to be a shot there from Chris Lynn. Didn't quite get all of it, but because the fielders are up, he is going to be able to find a bit of space, and they will be able to get back for the two. Hardy once again cutting that one off, who did. In the end, he didn't really deliver with the bat in hand, but he certainly has the ability with the ball as well. That is the end of the third over, and now the score is going to be 16 for 1 as well for the Brisbane Heat, although this is 15 for 1. Who do I believe? I think it's 16 for 1. This one is slightly a little bit wrong there. And I would assume the second number is a 2 as well. So here's Ali Hills there. And also he broke the deal. Maybe it is a 2. Maybe it's not. I'm not going to say nothing, but it might be a 2. We have got there. And get good sleep to recover. Yes, as well. And I see this as well, says Ali Hills there. But now at this stage, the Heat 100. That's a lie. Well, it is. It's not really a lie. If I change my statement, 142 runs needed of 102 balls here. But the Heat are sitting on 1 for 16 after the 3. The Scorchers, we're sitting 1 for 18. And for the Big Bash boost point, they need another 74 runs of 42 deliveries. Have I read that one wrong? Yeah, they need 90 instead of the 80 that I think I said originally. I want Chris Lynn to make 60 or 50 or 70, but I'm betting he gets 38 as well there. The prediction, a little bit of a weird scoop shot there from Duckett. Didn't get all of it at all. Didn't even really get it. To be fair, I reckon 85 to 80 kgs would be a good goal for you, Darlow, as well, from what you want as well. And I'm starting to go to the gym 3 times a week for an hour, and then an hour doing like bowling and mini golf. Which are both technically sports as well. Says Darlow, bowling's a lot of fun. I do enjoy a bit of bowling. I wanted to go bowling for my birthday, but everyone was pretty much busy. So now we're going to be doing it closer to Christmas. And good work. I respect that as well. In the chat, and damn, in the chat from Melly Hills, but now it is going to be once again Matt Kelly who is going to be bowling. I said Kelly, very weird. In that situation, the Scorchers were just a little bit ahead. How about your stump has gone, Ducker? He has gone as well. And depends on how tall you are as well, Darlo. And the chat says Sebastian, but that is a wicket brilliantly bowled by Matt Kelly. Picks up his second wicket and also the second wicket of the Brisbane Heat. Is this going to be similar to the match that we did see the other day where they did end up losing quite a few wickets in a row? He gave himself so much space. Kelly nailed the Yorker and he was able to get himself the second one as well. So now the Heat, they have lost another wicket. In this situation, Perth will win as well, says Mr. 18, and also in there, depends on how tall you are, but then Ben Duckett, the man who did very well in the last match, unfortunately for him, he is bowled by Kelly, and that is going to be 1 for 5 off his batting performance, and a name like Duckett just calls for it, doesn't it, as well, says Sebastian. Luckily for him, though, he was able to just get himself the one run. Anytime he gets a bouncer, though, I'm sure he does hear all about it, as I know I will not keep yawning at this stage. 162 centimetres, and well, lawn bowls is great, cheap drinks, and you get to talk to ex-ADF as well. ADF. Ex-ADF. What does ADF stand for? I need to do exercise too, but I can't right now as well, says Betty Wagon there. And also, bro, what time is it for you now in New Zealand? We are sitting at 1:51 a.m. here in New Zealand. So if you are new to the channel, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe. We are going to be back tomorrow with another live stream, or today, I guess it is later on tonight. And that is going to be the matchup that takes place between the Melbourne Renegades and the Adelaide Strikers. And you may be thinking to yourself, didn't that just happen 2 days ago? Yes, it did, but they have decided they want to do it again for that one as well. And Lynn needs to get going on those big hits into the crowd as well. Definitely with the power play still in play here for them, but Heaslett now playing that one just for the forward defensive, not really going too crazy there. Australian Defence Force, I think, as well, says it was Hamish Spencer, and also we have got the Australian Defence Force from Jay Hayes, and also, oh God, I'm stuck as well, says it Paddy Wagon. You're stuck. Are you like stuck as in like your knee is stuck? Like as in like in a locked position, or are you like stuck as in like you're on the floor and can't get up stuck? Do let me know. At this stage, Kelly here is certainly fired up, only going for the 2, or getting the 2 wickets, I should say, only going for the 6 runs so far for him. Going to be pitched up nicely. Heaslett with a beautiful shot out there through cover, and that's looking like it's going to be going all the way to the boundary. Good shot early on to get him underway, and Petty had too much cake as well, and I've been lying on my right arm, and it's gone stiff as well, says Betty Wagon. That is unfortunate in that situation. Only issue is if I'm 82 for my weight, would still be obese. My overweight class is 66 to 78. Although I will mention some people for their weight, like depending on what it is, like they have that healthy range and whatnot, but it's not always like looking on the paper doesn't always represent it kind of thing, because like you're taking into consideration that muscle weighs more than fat. So if you've got plenty of muscle on you, you will be ending up a little bit heavier. So being just outside of it's probably not too bad just for now. And it is a good goal to get yourself a little bit further down there. And then you can decide if you want to bulk back up in terms of muscle, or you want to go for a little bit more of the fat loss side of it as well. I feel like I'm giving out advice that I probably don't have the qualifications to give out. So hopefully it doesn't sound too bad. Hamish, did that sound all right, mate? Do let me know. And all right, well, good luck with your journey as well. It depends on what Coke as well. Oh, sorry, what cake? He's Fanny Wagon. They are going to require 8.54 runs per over at the moment here for the Brisbane Heat. Heaslett is going to be on strike, and Kelly once again bowling the final delivery of his over. It's a slow ball, and it's going to be backwards cut to the point, and that is going to be the India over. 20 for 2 at the moment after the 4 overs. At this point of the match, after 4 overs, they were sitting 40 for 1, so they were sitting double the points as well, which is absolutely insane, the speed that the Perth Scorchers got off to. But saying that, they did go 6-4, 6-4, so that's 20 runs in itself. Fish cakes as well. Oh, I like fish cakes. I do enjoy. Well, it's got there. Yeah, that's true muscle. It does weigh more than fat as well. Says Hamish there in the chat as well. But yeah, do let me know, ladies and gentlemen. We've had a couple of predictions for how many runs Chris Lynn will be able to get. Be sure to let me know in the chat as well. Fish cake as well. I'm a slightly bigger fellow. I am 188 and 97 kgs, but honestly, I just focus on looking acceptable in the mirror as well, says Sebastian. 188, that is a tall individual. I guess, because that's the thing. How much is that in feet? Is that 6 foot, Sebastian? Are you 6 foot? Somewhere around there, I guess. That's the thing. My conversion from like foot to meters is always way off. I'm 100 kgs and 6 foot as well. Says Paddy Wagon there in the chat as well. And fish cake as well in the chat. And also fish cakes are yum as well, says Jay. And now it is going to be Hatskaloo His name, it's very hard to say, but he is certainly a talented spinner. And that's a drag down delivery, and it's a wide straight away. I jinxed him big time there, but Chris Lynn not able to get onto that 6'2" as well. Jeez. Okay, so that's a little bit high. You almost have to duck for door frames if you're not careful. I feel like that's one good thing about being slightly shorter is you don't have to worry about ducking for door frames, even though I still duck for door frames, even though I know there's like that much space between me and the door frame. I still go through them like that. Askaloo now, oh, nice wrong in there. Very nicely bowled, good length as well. Chris Lynn just not quite able to get the foot out to that one and to be able to get onto it as well. But Askaloo, he's got certainly so many variations as well, and he was very excited. He was at the Melbourne Renegades last year, but now this year he is at the Perth Scorchers, so it will be interesting to see what he can do there. Who do you admire, Root or Smith as well? Says Anke. I think that's a tough one because they both have their own unique qualities for it. Like at the end of the day, I guess you could say like Joe Root is very consistent in that regard, but then so is Steve Smith. But Steve Smith also, that's the thing, they both have their own unique things because they can just keep on buying time at the crease. Pretty much, I got that off Dr. Google. So it's the same respect to there. The difference is that muscle is much more dense than body fat. Therefore, a pound of muscle will take up much less room in your body than a pound of fat. There you go. Hey, Dr. Google's got it again. How tall are you? I believe I'm 179 centimeters, if I'm not wrong. And my height was ideal for ice hockey. I always grew in height a lot during my hockey years as well, says Sebastian there. And also we have got there, my brother is 6'4", says Betty Wagon. And also I want more muscle as a front row is usually put over for a try, which like what I used to do at school when I played defensive or tackle footy. Also in a very defensive position as well. Root was not consistent today, as I said, Jay. Yeah, that wasn't his best performance overall. Tell you what, though, what a ripper of a ball from Josh Hazelwood. Like, that's the thing. They were saying on the commentary side of it, like, that's about as close to an unplayable delivery as you can get because it came in, it went away. It was just a perfect line of length as well. 179 is tall enough, 5'11" as well, says Sports Sedan. Yeah, so I still end up ducking for doorways even though I know that I don't need to. You know, it's just a mindset thing. I go, yeah, I'm 6 foot. I just have to duck for this doorway, but really I'm 5'11". Where do you belong? As well, says Uncat. That is a brilliant question. That's a deep question as well. Where do I belong? In my lounge. I'm always in my lounge at this stage. I don't really leave it too often. So I guess I belong in my lounge. We have got there. I'm 17 centimeters shorter than you then as well. And I haven't seen the highlights yet as well, says Jay there as well. And also we have got there. Well done. I think you lost your brain as well. And I haven't seen the highlights yet. And the chat says Jay and Colin Munro, is currently on the chatting with the commentary side, but it is going to be important. Lynn's currently sitting on 15 off 13. This Hasgaloo over hasn't really had too much action in it so far, just a few singles. And it is just going to be continuing. I'm from India as well. There's Unket. Oh, I'm from New Zealand is the answer there for which country I'm from. I didn't realize how it was. I belong in KFC as well. And the chat says, Amy Spencer there. I would absolutely accept living in KFC. I feel like that would be a fun video, wouldn't it? Trying to live in KFC for 24 hours. You get sick of it, I think. Working at KFC is probably all right. You get to talk to a few people. Askaloo there, a little bit of the wrong, but he has been able to be hitting the ball once again, Chrislin. That was almost a sentence. That's the end of the over. 5 overs down, and it is going to be 26 for 2 here for the Brisbane Heat. Now, at the moment, it seems like one of these two might have to go bang soon because the run rate slowly, it's still manageable, though. 8.8 runs per over. Hit that like button per smash as well, says Jay. You heard the man. If you haven't already, be sure to leave a like and subscribe on this channel because we are sitting on 49. We're one away from our half century. Can we get more runs on this live stream in terms of the likes? Then in the end, Curtis Patterson was able to get himself. He got 55. Can we beat him for that one as well? I'd love to stay in Rashays for 24 hours as well. Williamson or Virat, who is best as well, says Uncat. I think it is once again that case of, I guess depending on who you look or what you look for and a batsman as well. Leadership-wise, they're both phenomenal. And they're both great in their own unique ways. Nice sirloin steak as well, says Darlo there. And 50 likes, yay, says Paddy Wagon there. And also we have got there. I went for a KFC job during COVID and I got rejected as well. Says Hamish there. Unlucky, I might have to come join, says Paddy Wagons there. And the chat for that one as well. But now it's going to be Ashton Agar. He will be an important factor in the spin attack for the Perth Scorchers as well. We did see in the first innings. Was it great for the spinners? It was all right for them, but they weren't able to get a huge amount of wickets. So this one's going to be so important. Majip was able to get himself one. I believe it was actually the only spinner that they did have. Oh, Ashton Agar going for the throw there. Well backed up, though, for the Perth Scorchers. We have got their guys at Squiggles, not Squiggles as well. And the chat says, Paddy Wagon also, yeah, come join. And the chat as well. And Yanis is in the chat. Welcome in, mate. It is great to have you here for this live stream And do let me know, ladies and gentlemen, are the Heat going to be able to trace this one down? They need 8.83 and over here currently, and Rashad's have a good sirloin stakes. That would be easy as well. Says Darla there, and also we have got there, don't curse in Hindi as well, says Jay. There, and the chat, and also we have got there, and the chat Squiggles is a TV show. What did he say? I'm kind of curious, Jay, but I'm worried that it will end up like making it, was it like just a few bad words in a row or something? Ashton Agar now be going for it. And this is the thing, the Scorchers at this point were 1 for 44. The Heat are sitting 2 for 28. So there is quite a big difference between the two sides at this point. I love to see Brendan McCullum, Kane Williamson from Kiwis as well. Yeah, very good. Who's your favourite Kiwi bowler? And do let me know. Space walk time as well. Space walk time. Space walk, that is deep. As well, do you have Red Rooster in New Zealand? Not that I know of. I know that we've got Nando's, but only in like real big cities and maybe at an airport. I think other than that, though, we don't actually have kind of Nando's or Red Rooster or anything like that. We have got Burger King, but not Hungry Jack's. I know that Australia have got Hungry Jack's rather than the Burger King side of it as well. But he's now sitting on 7 from 7. Lynn sitting on 18 off 16. And for the Big Bash boost point, they need 61 runs of 27 balls at 14 runs per over almost. So that probably isn't going to happen unless one of these two go bang very soon. Ashton Agar now only going for the 3 singles so far off the start. It's going to be a nice cut of the ball there from Heaslett trying to find the gap, but straight out to the man as well. Trent Bolt, no doubt on it as well. That seems to be a very popular opinion for that one as well. So I'll ask the question, Ankit, second favourite New Zealand bowler. Everyone says Trent Bolt, but who's your second favourite? Hungry Jack's is Burger King. Yeah, it is. It's just pretty much different name. Barbecue bacon double cheeseburger, no matter when you're going. Hungry Jack's. The burgers are always better at Hungry Jack's. As well, we have got there. Mr. Squiggle says, space walk time to Miss Jane. Blackboard will always say hurry up as well. Says J.A.'s, and also we've got there. I'm actually going to last the whole live stream as well. And quite a few stoners in the chat today asking a deep question of life and the universe as well. And do you have Fragos? I don't believe so. But then saying that, I don't leave my lounge. So I'm not too sure about kind of in the bigger cities as well. And Ajaz Patel, tell you what, 10 wicket haul. Very impressive from him. 6 overs down now, and it's going to be 30 for 2 at the moment for the Brisbane Heat. A little bit behind in terms of that run rate. They would need to go at 15 runs per over to be able to go for the Big Bash boost point. So the big question is whether or not Chris Lynn decides to go for it. They are actually 25 runs behind at the moment in terms of what the Scorchers were on. A couple big overs in a row coming up as well for the man himself, Patterson, who was able to really get going for his side. Now he's let both of these guys going at a strike rate of 100. That is not going to be able to win them the game. It is going to be Haskelloo here who will be trying his best to see whether or not he can get it right. We have got there, I thought the most popular Kiwi bowler was Tim Southee. He seems to be a little bit of a 50-50. Some people love him, some people hate him overall, or not hate him, but just don't think that he is the best one. I know that Kyle Jameson is another bowler that is kind of like a lot of people are mentioning. Neil Wagner as well for test matches, I feel like, is another name that gets brought up. And also well done, Paddy Wagon. I think I'll last the whole stream too as well. And also we have got there in the chat as well. We have got there, I guess I had a few years on you, Jay, as well. Well bowled from Haskelloo there. And he's almost had a stump cleaned up. We also got there Trent Bolt as well. Says Betty Wagon. I guess I have a few more years on you, Hamish, as well. How old are you, Jay, if you don't mind me asking? And see you, buddy. Nice to meet you here. I subscribe to your channel for another stream as well. Says Unka, yeah, we are going to be back tomorrow. It is going to be the situation of Renegades taking on the Strikers, and that should be a very exciting one. Haskelloo now hit a hard here. Heaslett going over the top for 6. Great shot from the man who did come into the crease at number 4. He's done decently so far. And also, what's a hungy, by the way? I believe a hungy, if I'm not wrong, it is when you end up, you pretty much cook a meal in the ground type thing. So it's kind of like a barbecue in the ground. I guess I've always found it very hard to explain it in terms of pretty much it is like you cook it inside of the ground and then it all heats up. Heaslett, that's going to be the exact same shot. 6 runs more down the ground. Brilliant shot from Heaslett there, and he's really started speeding up. Love from Bangladesh as well, says June Hunt as well. Welcome in to the live stream, mate. Hope you are doing well. 42, mate, as well, says Jay Hayes. Double almost, or not quite. I am 22, but we were double just a little while ago. So I guess you guys, you probably got a lot more knowledge about sports and also just life in general. Like I'm very much so probably very naive to what happens in the world. Just because like living in a small town, you don't really see too much. You know, you just pretty much, you go to school, you go home, you go to bed, you wake up, go to school, go home, go to bed. Sometimes go to sleep at school. No, you don't do that. They don't let you, unfortunately, unless you go to the sick bay. Little life hack there. We have got there. All right, I'll do my best as well. Says Ali Hills, and also we've got there saying he's pretty good as well. And you're only 22. Says Jay, the fact that you've got that afterwards makes me think I look a lot older, don't I? How old would you say I look, Jay? Out of curiosity, I do actually that's the thing with facial hair. I look like I'm about, or not 50, but I look like I would be like 25, 30, somewhere around there, perhaps. And also we have that there. I had a coffee, or the coffee I had at 3 p.m. was a massive regret as well. My only question now is how do you cook a barbecue in the ground? It's pretty much with, I want to say it's heated coals or something like that. I could be your dad as well, says Jay. Asgaloo now, that one's going to be just a little bit too wide. Oh, they called it as a wide. That's pretty harsh for him as well. But yeah, pretty much it is the case of you put it in the ground and then it heats up because you've got like something on fire in there as well. And on 21 says Betty Wagon as well. They're in the chat, so relatively close, but they are going to be looking at this one again for Hatskaloo. Does want to give him plenty of width because you don't want to be on the stumps because or else then Heaslett might be able to go bang once again. It's just a little bit wide. It's going up in the air. Oh, not taken there by Andrew Ty, and he's put it down. And I'm almost 22, or sorry, 21. Do you know Peter Hatskaloo? His Greek father from Greece and Northern Macedonian mother. I think I did hear something about that from last year when he was at the Renegades, how he was Greek. Because is Marnus Labuschagne Greek as well? Kind of Greek history. Do let me know, ladies and gentlemen. I know that he has got some sort of Greek blood, I want to say it is. And also we have got their Take Love from English. We are listening as well, says June Hunt. So thank you very much, mate. Hugely appreciate it. If you're new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Heaslett hits it for 6 again, 3 in a row for that man. He is on fire in the early stages of his innings. And now he moves up to 30 off 14. And it goes for 43% chance, or 50-50 actually for the percentages now. And also, when's your birthday? As well, says Betty Wagon. Also, we have got the first time I found the channel, I thought Hamish was 26 as well, says Sebastian. That's probably fair enough because I feel like I look a lot older than I am at times. But then also, if I end up just having the mustache, I look like I'm about a 12-year-old boy, which is unfortunate. Yes, Manus is Greek, as well, says Sports Sudan there in the chat. So, yeah, it's got some very good hand-eye coordination as well. Apparently, this is something that the commentators were saying a little while ago. If your eyes are slightly closer together, it actually means that you got better hand-eye coordination. So that is why they say that Marnus Labuschagne is such a talent. But that one went over the head of the man at long off 3 times in a row. And Asgaloo just getting absolutely whacked around the ground. And facial hair will always have 5 more years to your actual age as well, says Sebastian there. And also we have got their Sunday this week on the 12th. As well, says Ali Hill. So actually only 3 or 4 days away for yourself. Or actually, we're on the 9th here in New Zealand, aren't we? So you're probably sitting Sunday, I believe it would be, for your birthday there. But Andrew Ty now being brought in 70 matches, 93 wickets. He needs to pick up one now, and it's probably got to be Heaslett, who is going at a little bit more of a frantic rate. Oh, I'll tell you what, Chris Lynn has decided he wants to have a bit of a go and see if they can work their way towards that Big Bash boost point. They're only 11 runs behind what they were now as well, and I know he's South African as well. Says Darlow there in the chat as well, and also we have got I would have guessed the same age as Blaze, but your bet is better than his as well, says Jay. Although, to be fair, it's still not great, unfortunately. Although Elliot's Jai as well in the chat for Shelley, and also, well, happy birthday for them as well, says Betty Wagon there. But now it is going to be Big Bash boost point. 35 runs needed off 17 balls, so they've decided to really start attacking to see if they can get it. Thanks as well in the chat. That one's gone high, and that's going to be probably a 6 there for the top edge. It's a big shot. It's bounced just inside of the boundary. Was it Heaslett, or was he able to get it all the way? I think they're going to be going upstairs and just checking this one to see whether or not he was able to get it all the way there. Heaslett at the moment, he is just swinging for the fences, trying to get everything to the boundary. Wasn't able to connect with that one at all, but it was the top edge. Oh, I think that's just inside, but it could be on the rope. If it had, that's the thing. If it had the, I think there's actually 6, because if it had that triangle on it, it would have been counted as the 6, but because it doesn't, I assume that's still got to be a 6, doesn't it? Maybe for Heaslett. He's a very nice shot. And also we have got there, which is good. Lynn scoring slow. As well says Jay there. And also, hey, in the chat says Ali there. They are just checking this one to see whether or not it is a 6 or a 4. 2 runs difference here for about 2 centimeters, if not millimeters, between it going all the way for 6 or staying in the field for 4. What way do they go? They're looking at it again. I would say that's 6. I'd say that's 6. We have got there. I've forgotten about the game and just talked in chat as well, says Betty Wagon, which is why it is so useful having the scoreboard up here as well. So pretty much anytime we get distracted, it does keep on updating itself. It's just a 4. It's just a 4. It's a goal there. And also we have got their high from Jaya and the chat as well. So they are saying that it is just 4 runs. That could be crucial in the later stages when Andrew Try now Heaslett sitting it to the man at point, but that looked like it went all the way for 6, to be honest. But it does seem like we all know that Paddy as well, says Jay there in the chat as well. But Heaslett at the moment sitting on 34 of 16, been certainly ramping it up. He's kind of having an inning similar to Patterson in regards to that strike rate, which is important because they need to try and match it. They currently only need 7.82 per over, and they are currently sitting as a 60% chance of being able to win this game. Andrew Tye now receives the short ball. Heaslett, he has hit it high. Who's out there? It's going to be taken in the deep. And that is the wicket for Andrew Tye. And I wonder how that changes the odds now insane. But listen to Hamish talking and having random chats as well. And your strong accent, I think that's a 6 as well, says playing spotter there. And also, yes, says Darlo there in the chat. Yeah, my Kiwi accent sometimes does come out just a little bit more than other times. I feel like, 6 and also fish and chips is a fun one to say. But it was taken very nicely in the deep. Had to be. And I believe, actually, Kelly who was able to take that catch nicely. And now, because of it does mean that Heaslett's going to be on his way. Caught Kelly bowled Tye 34 of 17, but a good strike of the ball there for Heaslett to be able to get going, but he would have loved to continue going. And Dick as well in the chat says Jay for that one in terms of the deck that you do have out the back of your house or in the front of your house, depending on where your deck is. You've got your front deck, your back deck, and you sit on it. I was going to everyone say yes. Have you enjoyed this live stream as well? It says Paddy Wagon there and that as well. But now it is going to be Jimmy Pearson making his way out to the crease. Important time for him now to be able to try and steady the ship for them. They haven't been able to take the power surge yet. They have to wait till the 10 overs, but he has certainly got that cool, calm, and collected nature and also can run very quick. Between, are you 100% Kiwi as well, says Darlo? I am indeed. And also, no, not Heaslett. And the chat there. And also, we have got there my friend. Oh, my deck is in the front as well. Says it, Jay Hayes. Yeah, I guess depending on what we're talking about, when I do say it, it does sound like I'm saying something else for that one. And Hamish, remember the deck ad that we used to have here in New Zealand? I do indeed. It did kind of use the play on word patio out the back as well. Says Jay there for that one. Is it actually? Is it like patio out the back and deck out the front for that one? But that is going to be well fielded there. Another dot ball here. And now the percentages are just going back and forth between these two sides. 56% chance of the Perth Scorchers being able to win this match. And they now need 99 runs off 73 here for the Brisbane Heat. Chris Lynn, he hasn't really been going at a frantic rate yet. He's kind of just ticking over one run a ball at this stage, sitting on 19 off 21. But now Jimmy Pearson will be at the non-strikers end, Tye bowling. It's going to be nicely played by Chris Lynn. I think they're waiting till the power surge is over, or till the power surge is available, I should say, because they are currently, it's going to be very tough for them to be able to chase down the 90. It would mean that they need 31 runs. That's a lie. 21 runs in the next 2 overs to be able to bring up the super smash point as well. Whereabouts in New Zealand are you? Is it a nice suburb as well? Says Plain Spotter. So pretty much I guess the easiest way of describing it for people who aren't from New Zealand is South Canterbury. So it's pretty much a region about halfway up the halfway up the South Island and halfway down the South Island. So kind of about smack bang in the middle in a region called South Canterbury, and just a small little town that doesn't have too much going on at the moment. And also, I wonder what the chat will be like next live stream as well. And there, and also we have got there, Ali, that good old Dick. We got that here in Aussie too. Are you listening to the commentary as well, or is it distracting as well? Says Sports Sedan. I try and have it on just a little bit, but I can't actually understand anything that they're saying because it's like not loud enough for me to actually be able to hear it. So it's more so that I can hear whether or not there's an edge or anything like that, or a loud kind of appeal or anything like that, if that makes sense. So I can still hear it just a little bit. But Ashton Agar now bowling nicely. It's going to be another dot ball, or is it? No, almost a little bit of a misfield from Andrew Tye, but able to clean it up in the end. Oh, gosh, I'm sure it'll be interesting as well. And they're from Ali Hills, but it's probably lucky we don't have a third live stream tonight for the BBL, or else everyone would have their eyes closed. I will mention anyone who is new to this channel, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. We're getting closer and closer to hitting 8,100 subscribers on this live stream, which would be absolutely incredible. Also, we were trying to hit 70 likes. We are sitting currently on 52, so we're sitting 18 away, not too far away from being able to get there as well. It was a good idea, or a good ad as well. I'm sure you get it over there as well. A little bit of a stumping opportunity for Ashton Agar. It's too good for the bat. They need 31 runs off 9 balls. So the Big Bash boost point, it is no longer going to be on the cards for them. Jimmy Pearson just tries to swing it through to the leg side, completely misses it. And because of it, Ashton Agar, little bit of a yawn once again for myself, but 31 needed off 9, like I mentioned. I don't think they will go for the bash boost point. They will instead just try and go for the win here because they only need 8.28 off every single delivery, or every single over, I should say. And also we have got there, I know you don't have a team, but is there any team you want to win the Big Bash this year? I think who I want, I'm not too sure, but who I think will, I think the Sydney Sixers are going to be up there again. Like, they have just got a good balance of batting and bowling, although we did see in that game up against the Hurricanes, they were pushed quite a bit. Ashton once again bowling it just a little bit down the leg, so they're going to be able to get through for the single, and Chris Lynn will take the strike back for the final ball of the ninth over. We have got there was good ad as well, and also sure will as well, and also we have got there Yawn means another wicket as well, says Jay, so perhaps I could have a wicket coming very soon. I think all the bats at this point as well, says Paddy Wagon there. Do you know when you all of a sudden really want fish and chips? I feel like I've got that at the moment, but it is currently 2:15 a.m. here in New Zealand, so that is not a possibility. Lynn there hitting it down the ground. It's a strong shot, but Ashton Agar didn't go for many runs at all for that one, just the 2 runs. And if the Sydney Sixers win again, I want to tie as well, says Darlow. And also we have got there, imagine even if we had another live to keep talking, and since we saw like as well, and Lynn is not firing, says Jay. Yeah, he hasn't really got going yet. He's currently sitting on 20 runs of 22 deliveries. Pearson sitting on 0 of 5 so far for him as well. So he hasn't really been able to get that one up and for the kind of rate that they would like. It's currently sitting at 8.82 runs per hour. But the big thing here, Chris Lynn, as long as he's there at the end, the Heat win this game. I just have that little bit of a feeling that, like, even though he's going slow now, all it takes is a couple of big shots from Chris Lynn. He will be just trying to bat it out to the power surge, and then he will be able to swing once again once he has found a little bit more of his eye. But he hasn't really been able to get it going too far so far. But the 29 runs needed off this over if they want the bash boost point, so I doubt they will be going for it. They've actually given it to Haskelloo, so maybe they'll be able to get it. No, it is going to be the dot ball. Nicely bowled once again by Haskelloo. He's already gone for 30 runs of his first 2.1. Perth needs Lynn out as well, says Jay, and that may be why they have gone with Haskelloo. They've decided they might as well risk it and see whether or not it's going to be 6 or out perhaps for Chris Lynn here if he does give it a bit of height. And he has done that. He's hit it down the ground, though, extremely hard, just down to the man at long off, and it is the single. Yeah, it's got there, mate, don't chase us as well. It's plain spotter there, and also I forgot. At this point, I was thinking our lives is chatting as well. Says Paddy Wagon there in the chat as well, and also isn't it that another number for your phone for it as well? Now, at this stage, Jimmy Pearson sitting on 0 for at the crease, and also Chris Lynn sitting on 21 off 24 deliveries. Jimmy Pearson faced 5 balls so far, and 28 needed off 4 balls. There we go. One of those numbers that I just mentioned, that is the third number we have. Because there, wish I was a workaholic as you. You are a machine as us, Sports Sedan. Thank you very much, mate. It is just one of those ones, like every single day we wake up, I'm like looking at the sport, what we have got on, and then also the fact that I do get to talk to you guys like pretty much every single day. We're just a daily combo going on the channel, and also just watching all the sport that we have got. My voice, it didn't like me earlier today, but it seems to have warmed up now. But 27 needed off 3 as well. And also we have got there, Hamish, how will you rate KFC BBL league in front of the IPL in terms of, or in terms of audience and revenue? I think the BBL is more based just mainly Australian, New Zealand audience, some English as well, but it's a little bit harder to access the games than it was for the IPL as well. And this game feels like it's gone for E as well. Third number is this for the winning lotto numbers as well, says Jay there. And also we have got there, this game feels like it's gone for a year as well, says Hamish. It has been going relatively slow. Net run rate at the moment is actually 0.26 with the bash boost I see. For the Sydney Sixers is going to be hit away to the leg side once again for Pearson going through, and it is just going to be the single. I think the big Sixers are going to win the Big Bash too. I say that because we win. When I say something, it doesn't happen as well, says Darlow. So perhaps going to be able to see if he can jinx them a little bit. But we're almost through the first 10 overs of the Heat's innings. And Hamish, you got your shock pen around as well, says Ellie Hills. I don't think so. I'm not sure where it went. I think I dropped it somewhere, and I can't actually find it, unfortunately, for myself. It's going to be Haskelloo once again. Good delivery, and that's going to be the end of the 10th over. 65 for 3, and they are going to be halfway through now, and it is drinks, ladies and gentlemen, so we are going to be having just a short little break for them. I am not, though. I'm still going to be here, although I feel like my neck, you know when you end up with, like, your neck and you feel like it's in the wrong place? I think it's because I'm looking over there all this time as well, but going all right at the moment. But be sure to leave a like on this live stream and subscribe if you guys are new, because we are going to be back for the BBL tomorrow night, where it is going to be the Renegades taking on the Adelaide Strikers. Is your name in your name? It says Kiwi Lads. Where are the others as well? Says Plain Spotter. Pretty much they do not watch sport in the middle of the night too often, so pretty much there are 4 of us. It is myself, George, Isaac, and Daniel, and we normally do a little bit of the like kind of sports gaming a little bit together, I guess you could say, although we haven't had Daniel on the channel for a little while. And what are all the sports that you really follow closely as well? Says Sports Sudan. So I would say for myself, I watch cricket and rugby very closely. I try and watch rugby league as much as I can, but I don't really get too much of a chance, definitely with the fact that it's on at the same time as Super Rugby. And then also I do try and watch a little bit of football when I do get the chance as well, and a bit of mixed martial arts, a bit of MMA. We have got there and chat as well. Conveniently Irish as well, says Ellie Hills. Yeah, I don't know where it has ended up. It literally, I think I put it on the back of my desk and now it's gone and I've only got like half pens. You guys know that my pens do not work, unfortunately, a lot of the times, but they are going to need a total of 93 runs now off 60 balls to be able to win this game here for the Brisbane Heat. I feel like that's doable for them as well. Only going at a run rate of 9.3, and including the fact that they have got themselves a super smash couple overs that they will be able to use, which is going to be very exciting to see how they do decide to use that power surge. They're showing there Rashid Khan. He is going to be an important player for his side. And also James Patterson, we saw he did decently for them as well in the last one. And also we have got there, do you do any other sports besides Super Rugby and cricket as well? Says Darlo. So pretty much we don't just do Super Rugby for the rugby. We do all competitions from all around the world. We're also thinking about doing the FIFA World Cup perhaps, if that is something you guys do want to see on the channel heading forward. And also we have got there, how many numbers does he owe as well, says Betty Wagon. I think it was only the one, although I did end up saying that number before. You gotta be listening closely. Pretty much, I said it with about 5 other numbers around it. Would you ever watch AFL? It's on at the same time as Super Rugby. AFL is more entertaining as well. It's playing Plain Spotter. I think I would end up watching a little bit of AFL if I do get the chance. And we also got the I'm off. See you, mate. Have a good night, guys. As well, says Hamish Spencer. Back at you, mate. Hopefully you do enjoy your sleep and do have a good day tomorrow as well. There's going to be the Adelaide Strikers. They are going to be taking on the Melbourne Renegades tomorrow night. And then I believe the night after that, we have got the Melbourne Stars taking on the Sydney Thunder, which is going to be very exciting indeed. And that will be a good matchup. It will be maybe, is Usman Khawaja back for them, or is he still with the Test side at this stage? But it will be the Sydney Thunder up against a very tough side. Alex Hales taking on Glenn Maxwell as just one of those ones. And also you should do the FIFA World Cup as well. Says Darla there. And also we have got the attack here, mate, as well. Says Sebastian. We were going to be doing the Cricket World Cup, but then unfortunately we ended up with a copyright strike. So perhaps on the second channel, we will cover the Cricket World Cup next year as well, just as a little bit of a precaution. But it's hit down the ground nicely, and Jimmy Pearson is able to move himself up onto 3 of 8 deliveries as well. Shouldn't you be keeping track of this? I think it's like 2 or 3 as well. Says Alec Hills at the moment. It is Cameron Bancroft behind the stumps. Chris Lynn is on strike to Ashton Agar. That's a good battle. Oh, he's just slashed it through the side. It's going to be well fielded, though, for the man in the deep from Colin Munro, and he has been able to cut it off from going to the boundary. Will you do the Rugby League World Cup? Maybe. I think I do need to have a little bit more learning when it comes to the Rugby League, though. Liam Guthrie, what number is batting, please? Give me answers as well, says official channel. So Guthrie, at this stage, I believe he's going to be batting 11 here for this match. So if they get down to him, it does mean that maybe they are in a little bit of trouble. But I can tell you, his bowling figures, that's going to be in the air from Chris Lynn, but it does end up falling safe. But pretty much for his bowling figures for Guthrie, he was able to bowl 4 overs, 40 runs off him, and also got the wicket. And also we have got the OK Hamish, 3 more numbers. You have to say as well, 3 more. I think it is just 3 in total for that one, if I'm not wrong. There's quite a few. Indeed, I'll give you my phone number instead. How about that? Now it is going to be going to the leg side once again. It is going to be chased by Ashton Agar, trying to cut it off, running hard between the wickets there. Pearson able to get back comfortably. And it is nicely done. Who do you support in the FIFA World Cup? Usually since New Zealand. Always haven't made it since 2010 as well, says Darlow. I think, to be honest, the last World Cup that I thoroughly watched every single game of, I think was actually that 2010 one. I remember getting up at random hours of the morning so that I could watch it. It's distressing the number of footy codes that we have: AFL, NRL, Rugby League, NFL, Gaelic football, Canadian football, and some more that I'm forgetting as well. And also we have got there 110 at 17 as well. And there says J17, or sorry, says Jay Hayes. And also we have got there in the chat, which is your favorite footballer and football team, Cristiano Ronaldo or Lionel Messi? I know that is one that really splits people. I feel like that's almost like the Mwanga versus Bowden Barrett in the rugby world, even though it's of course, on a much larger scale. So it's a tough one. I don't know. I see that Messi's doing all right. I think he scored 2 goals yesterday for PSG, didn't he? Whereas Ronaldo at Manchester United struggling just a tad, but that is because Man U are in a little bit of a rough form patch at the moment. 72 for 3 at the moment after the 11 overs. And also we have got there, can't come back now. And you made a deal. And at some stage, he's going to tell you, stop telling them and start messaging them to you as well. Says Ali Hill's there in the chat as well, but nonetheless, Chris Lynn sitting on 24. I know that we had a few predictions for how many runs he was going to be able to get. Their first of which was going to be 25 to 30. That was the prediction of Sebastian. Also 54 for Moorcake and 38 for Plain Spotter as well. And he wants Chris Lynn to make 50 to 70 is the prediction there. So anyone else who does want to try and predict it for who is going to be able to get the amount of runs off Chris Lynn, be sure to put it in the chat, even if it's just a random number 1 to 50, as long as it's higher than 24, of course, because of the fact that he has already got that. Everyone have a little crack, see if anyone can get it spot on. As well as Marcus Smith, worth all the hype, says Sports Sedan. He certainly brings a different aspect to that English backline that we haven't really seen in a little while with the way that he does play. I'm excited to see what he can do because he has got the potential to be a young player. And oh, what a catch that is. Jimmy Pearson, he's going to be gone. Andrew Ty able to get the wicket, and it was just shot like a bullet at Patterson, but he was able to take it extremely nicely. 27 as well for Jay as his prediction, and also Colin Monroe working so hard as well. 29 for Darlow as the prediction as well there, and also we have got there working so hard for Perth Scorchers. Hopefully Black Caps realise this importance and select them for the upcoming T20 series and World Cup, and also Plain Spotter Jono in the chat as well for that one, and also we have got there in the chat as well by Jimmy. And the chat, and also we have got there, fair enough, Jimmy Pearson. He is on his way, unfortunately for him, does end up losing his wicket. Andrew Ty bowling well, 2 wickets for just the 5 runs, and that completely changes the momentum once again. The Perth Scorchers sit in with themselves at 74%. Are you done for the day, Kiwi lads? After this game, I am indeed. We have got the game tomorrow that is taking place between the Renegades and the Strikers. Captain Pearson is gone into that one as well. It's Sebastian there. We have also got there in the chat, when does Player of the Year for Rugby Union get announced, says Harry Jones. That's a good question. I know that the up-and-coming Player of the Year has already been announced, hasn't it? And it was Will Jordan who was able to get it. I'm not too sure when they do announce it. I assume it will be before the Champions Cup, but that is only this weekend, so maybe it's a little bit later on. But I know it's out of Dupont, Maro Doge, also Michael Hooper and Samu Karevi as the options for them. But now making his way to the crease, Tom Cooper is going to be an important factor for them. But we have got 27 as a prediction, 29 as a prediction as well for Chris Lynn of how many runs he is going to be able to get. I can't remember whether or not I said it. I think I said 44 for myself, didn't I? That is my prediction. But Tom, at the moment, very important player for them at this stage of the match. Tom Cooper needs to make sure he has a decent start. And he's actually an ex-Renegades player as well. Have the Brisbane Heat and also the other side just taken everyone from the Melbourne Renegades. Do you have a Kiwi Lads Cricket channel? This one at this stage is kind of, I guess you could say the cricket channel, but we've also got the Kiwi Lads Sport, which we do cover on as well. Cooper whipping that one off his legs, and straight away he's going to get himself 2 runs at least here. Colin Munro running hard after it. It's gone to the boundary. Great start for Tom Cooper, and that is going to bring down the required runs per over just a little bit more, down to 9.46. We have got the All Blacks, All Barretts versus Karevi as well for Harry Jones in terms of who is better. And I feel mentally and physically drained as well, says Darley. It is quite late at night there, so maybe it wouldn't be a terrible idea to get a little bit of sleep as well while you have still got a little bit of a chance, because at this stage, we can try and tell you who's going to win this match. It's pretty tough to tell, but you will be able to see the highlights on the YouTube channel on cricket.com.au tomorrow if you do want to sleep as well. And I don't know how do you do this as well, says Darlo there in the chat. And also, if we get Lynn's run score right, do we get something special as well? And Chris Lynn out before 40 as well, says Sports Sedan. Have you got an exact number, Sports? I feel like something special. What have I got? I don't really have a lot. I could send you a battery, but that would be unfortunate. That would be quite expensive to ship. I'll do a Cricket 22 career mode sooner than anticipated, if that is something that you guys are interested in. And that's going to be a brilliant shot there once again. Going to the boundary there. Cooper sitting on 8 runs off 3 as well. What even is sleep as well, says Paddy Wagon. Yeah, when you put it like that, you're right. What is sleep? We just close our eyes and you will get a front seat on the special bus with free crayons at a helmet as well, says J.A.'s there. And the chat, Mr. Squiggles there as well. But nonetheless, if anyone is new to that channel, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. We are currently sitting only 31 subscribers away from hitting 8,100. Good question as well, says Ali Hills there in the chat. And also we have got the agreed what is sleep, says Darlo there. And now running in 2 for 13 at the moment for Andrew Ty. Nice slow ball. And once again, shot from Cooper. At the moment, he's just gone out there and he has hit 3 boundaries in a row. I believe Tom Cooper plays for the Netherlands cricket team as well. If he does, tell you what, they need to make sure that they keep him locked in for the tour of the Kiwis land in the later stages. But he has just gone out there and gone bang, bang, bang. And just like that, they are moving up to the required run rate of only needing 9.06. My Chris Lynn prediction is 41 as well and 36 for Sports Sedan as well. I believe Tom Cooper plays for the Netherlands. He's certainly playing well at the moment. That is for sure. Only needing the 9 and over. And Ty is getting taken to at the moment. The shorter ball there from Andrew Ty. Was it too short? No, it wasn't. That is the end of the over. No, it's not. They have called it as a wide, so never mind. It is going to be one more delivery for Andrew Ty's over here, sitting on 485 at the moment here. And Bat Squad as well. And the chat says Batty Wagon. It's a good bouncer. Just a little bit too high over the head of Tom Cooper, though, so that is why it was called as a wide. The Scorchers at this stage were still 15 runs ahead. And also, Hamish, on which island you live in the New Zealand South or North? Which city you live in as well, says Cutting. So I am in the South Island. A little bit of a dabble there. It's gone through the legs of the keeper. And that is not what they would have been wanting. They got a single off the last ball of that over, and now they require 72 of 48 deliveries there. So, yeah, I am in the South Island, and I am in a small town in South Canterbury, which I guess is the easiest way of describing it, because no one really knows, like, in terms of, if I say my town name, no one really knows where it is, but it's close to Timaru, it's close to Oamaru, somewhere around that region, if you guys know whereabouts that is. Where's Old Zealand as well? Says Darlo, that is actually another brilliant question that really picks the brain at 2:31 a.m., and current temperature is 32 degrees. And that's not nice. It's still very hot. And what time is it at the moment there? Is it 10? No, sorry, it will be 9:30. So imagine trying to sleep when it's like 30 degrees. I feel like that's something that us in Kiwiland don't really have to deal with too much. But it was such a good start to the over. They were able to get the wicket of Jimmy Pearson. But then from there, they didn't realize that Tom Cooper would make his way to the crease and hit 3 boundaries in his first 5 deliveries there as well. But it was a good catch for Patterson. He's doing nicely in this match so far. It is going to be once again Hatskaloo currently going to have a good opportunity to try and get this one going. Try and pick himself up another wicket. It is going to be Tom Cooper. Advances it down the leg side there by Askaloo. And also 9:30 says Jay Hay. And also New Zealand is the old version from memory. It's England. It's in England too as well. And also we have got the are you in the North Island? Says Paddy Wagon there with the question. Now, at the moment, they're having another chat to Colin Munro. He didn't really perform with the bat. He hasn't actually had to take any catches yet, but I feel like maybe in the later stage of this one, the ball might go to him. That's going to be a big shot down the ground. Great work there from Askaloo, though, to be able to cut that one off. And now Chris Lynn back on strike, sitting on 24 of 29 deliveries here, and they are still going to require around that 9 runs per over to be able to get the win here. So in that 8.94, that is certainly doable for the Brisbane Heat. They're 4 down at the moment. They've still got a couple of men who can bat. They've got Bartlett, they've got Basley, they've also got Majid, but then that's probably getting more into the tail. They've got Gannon and Guthrie as their other 2 options. Once again, it's been dragged down terribly. It's a run-out opportunity there. It hits him in the spine for Tom Cooper there as well. An 18 point. It's going to be the wide. I thought that hit something. We've got there 18.8 still here and 98% humidity as well. South Island Christchurch as well. Says Ellie Hills there, and it's half 12 here in New South Wales as well. Says Darlow there, and also New Zealand has a 3rd island, the West Island Australia as well. Says Jay there as well. And also Stewart Island, if you do want to go down that track. I think that's the only other one of the islands that I can actually name by name. So naming. But that is going to be hit out through cover for Chris Lynn once again. He moves up onto 25 of 30 deliveries. Askaloo, he's been pretty expensive today. 37 off 3.2 over so far. And they are slowly catching up. The Scorchers, they were sitting 3 wickets down at 101 runs at this point. Do rugby players get high money paycheck contracts as compared to Black Caps players? What is the comparison as well? I'm not too sure how much the Black Caps players get paid, but I know that the likes of the IPO and whatnot is a lot of money. Tom Cooper, straight to the man, taken, and Behrendorff is able to get in now. Before this, it was 46% chance of the Brisbane Heat winning this game, but Hatskaloo finally has been able to get that breakthrough, and it is Tom Cooper now who is going to be out. And that is now going to make it 5 down. The Scorchers, they were still 3 down at this point. 103 runs they were sitting on compared to the 90 at the moment here. And it was hit very hard by Tom Cooper. He's just gone to the crease and he decided that he was going to swing at pretty much everything. Unfortunately for him, though, Behrendorff was there and Hatskaloo was able to get that one as well. Brisbane Heat have a good chance of getting in this game as well, says Barry Green. And they do indeed, although they do need to make sure that Chris Lynn is still there by the end. It's actually quite incredible that Chris Lynn, he has faced 30 deliveries so far, and he has been there since the start. That seems like quite a low number for himself. Perth Smash as well. Blades won't be happy as well. Sees that Jay there in the chat, and it's also sitting at 16 degrees here. And Christchurch, and also we have got the, fair enough. And also let's all wave at Tommy Cooper as well. Says Sebastian there, and also Scorchers bowling might have saved me from being last for this round as well, says Darlow. But now making his way to the crease, it is going to be Basley now with a good opportunity to try and convert few more runs on the board. They still need 9.07 runs per over. It's getting closer and closer for myself. If Chris Lynn stays in, I did say if he's there at the end, they win this game. They haven't used their batting power play either by the power surge. So that is going to be something that really changes it as well, which is why they can't afford Bazley to go out here, or definitely even more so. Chris Lynn, what club does Kane Williamson play for? Does he play BBL or IPL? He plays in the IPL rather than the BBL. I think the only Kiwi in the BBL is Colin Munro, and he plays for the Scorchers. They did have Adam Milne last year at the Sydney Thunder, nicely bowled there by Haskell, and they are going to be going through and running the quick single once again. We have got there. Chris Lynn needs to stop getting those, or needs to start getting those sixes and fours. Haskell does not look too good here. It looks like his leg is giving out on him. And he doesn't look like he is going to be able to continue bowling by the looks of it. He's trying to sit down, but I don't know whether or not that is going to be the best idea. He's really looking sore for him at the moment. And also we have got there, we can annoy Hamish then as well, says Paddy Wigan there. And also we have got there the waving from Ellie Hills in the chat as well. Oh, what did he even do? Haskell. Right. We're watching this in slow motion here for Haskell. What does he end up doing here to his leg? And you can tell that it's painful. Did he end up going down? I think he's ended up just kind of falling awkwardly on his foot. Yep. No, that's probably broken the ankle, actually. Yeah, that didn't look too nice for him. Yeah, the crowd have just seen it as well. Any rugby streams this weekend? There is indeed Champions Cup. We got plenty of it as well. And also we have got there, do you think our streaming schedule can create insomnia as well? I would say so as well, but I've just seen something I didn't want to see. Haskell, who just ended up pretty much twisting his ankle the wrong way. Just an ankle as well. That's like, they're going to show it again. I love seeing slow motions. Also, we got the as well. Says Betty Wayne Oyaka, just seen it as well. Somehow he's going to keep on walking, though. A twisted ankle is one of those things in slow motion just do not look nice. That is for sure. But now at this stage, he is back ready to go. He's still walking around on it. I don't know whether or not he's going to be out on the field for the next kind of 7 overs or so. This one, and also we have got there in the chat any rugby streams this weekend. We have got the Champions Cup and the Challenge Cup that we are going to be covering both of those on the channel. So that's going to be about 10 live streams. Haskell, beautiful little wrong in there. And it's going to be hit down the ground for the single. Good thing you didn't go to medical school, Hamish, as well. And India in there says Dr. We have got a doctor in the chat. Dr. Jatindra, hopefully I pronounced that correctly. He's done McGregor as well. And I twisted my ankle before as well. And compound fractures are bad to watch as well. Why are you making this face as well? So he's going, pretty much I just witnessed a man twisting his ankle. And when you see something that shouldn't go that way, it just ends up making you go, ugh, as well. A magic spray, get the magic spray as well. The magic spray will be required for them in this one. But Lynn sitting on 26, Bazley sitting on 1 from 1, and Haskell got one more delivery left of his spell. Worked away to the mid wicket, and it is going to be, I believe they are going for the 2 here. Did they? No. Ended up getting turned around and just for the single there for them as well. So that's the end of the 13th over, 93 for 5 for the Brisbane Heat here. But the Perth Scorchers, they were able to get themselves 157. They will be, it's a weird one. They're probably relatively happy with the score thinking about the start of the match, but then also they did have a good opportunity of being able to really push through. They're currently 10 runs ahead of what the Brisbane Heat are sitting on for this one of the Perth Scorchers as well. It's got, they ever had a concussion before as well. Says Darlow, I know that Isaac actually can't play rugby anymore due to a concussion that he did end up getting a little while ago when he was playing rugby. It was actually the first game of rugby that I went and watched them play, and he did end up getting knocked out. We can also get there. Can you call for a runner in T20 as well, says Jay. I think it depends on the competition around the world as well. In rugby, it's called Magic Water as well. And has Michael Hooper at a 6 here? He has not, but maybe the Brisbane Heat, they certainly need Chris Lynn too. Chris Lynn is at 2 fours. He has been out there for a long time, so it's interesting that he hasn't decided to go for that power surge and try and maybe call this game a quitter or call this game quits. No. And win this game. We'll just go with that, because I can't say a sentence because it is currently 2:39. And welcome back, Blaze. First match as well. And I had a very bad injury, but it might be better if I not say it as well, says Paddy Wagon. I mean, if it's anything like one of the ex-All Blacks who had his testicle ripped open, I'm sure it would have been quite painful. True story. As well, I think it was Buck Shelford, wasn't it? Who did end up getting his ball bag ripped open. Unfortunately, Berendorf at the moment, he has still got one more over left that he will be able to bowl. I believe they'll go Andrew Ty as well, and maybe even Ashton Agar will get another peek, and that's going to be hard. Is it hard enough? It looks like a pretty good shot, and it is going all the way for 6. Basley has struck the ball nicely, and that is an important 6 there for the Brisbane Heat. They are going to be moving up nicely. We've also got there. I only got one. I got one because I was sitting down for too long, and my feet stopped working. Split hit my head on the bench and lost consciousness for 5 to 10 minutes as well. And also we have got there saying as well in the chat, it's interesting. So did you pretty much end up like hurting your leg? Or like, as in like, did you hold it up for too long and got pins and needles and then couldn't walk type thing? And is it expensive to live in New Zealand for some day as Taurus? He hasn't got all of that one though. This is definitely going to be a door. It has gone all the way. It's another 6 there, 2 in a row for Basley. And it's not very often you watch the man at the other end of the pitch actually hitting all the 6s, but now this is certainly helping them out, and their required run rate is going down to 8.15. They have actually caught up with where the Scorchers were and been hit on the front deck. As not pleasant, I can speak from experience as well. I need a 59 of 40, well close finish as well. Yeah, it's looking pretty good for this one, and now they need 53 of 39 as well. Perth has just been disqualified from this game. News broke that unfortunately they didn't qualify due to the fact they were closer to Africa than Australia as well, and the injury was a bit like what you said as well. Steve Petty went, oh, that would have been a very painful one, but now Behrendorff, he's under pressure. He's bowled 2 so far. A good Yorker straight through. How did that miss the stumps? He needed it too. And now a big smile on the face of Basley. He knows he was lucky there. Now it was more the fact that I got up after I was sitting down and lost my footing as well. Says Darlow there in Blaze. I will tell Darlow where you live as well in the chat. But Behrendorff there going for it. It was the knuckle ball that did end up just missing the stumps there for Behrendorff. We have currently got 6 overs left in this match, but anyone who is new to the channel, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. It is hugely appreciated, all the support you guys have been showing on this live stream. We were trying to hit 70 likes by the end of this one, and we are currently sitting on a total of 63, so only 7 away. So if you haven't already, be sure to leave a like. He's just gone straight through him, and now it is going to be Basley who has been bowled. What is a very impressive ball from Behrendorff. He's been able to pitch it up nicely, and that is a crucial wicket for them as well. The Brisbane Heat, they're down to 39% chance of winning this one. Chris Lynn is still there, but he doesn't seem to be having any of the strike. And we have got to do vegetarian food restaurants there in New Zealand. They do have them, but just not in my small town as well. I'm moving to Penrith as well, says Big and also we have got there wasn't that bad. Took 2 weeks and 4 stitches as well. Says Paddy Wagon there in the chat. But Behrendorff, he was fired up, picking up his first wicket of the day, and he was just shouting straight at the face of Basley. But now they are going to have another man making his way to the crease. I believe it will be Xavier Bartlett. Haven't seen a huge amount of his batting. 6 overs left. I think we've got this. We can go to the end of the stream without falling asleep surely as well. And also we've got there, I'm not getting Lynn's score correct as well, says Darlow. That's the thing. We've had a few predictions. I will go back to them once again so we can see exactly how everyone was sitting. So we did have Chris Lynn, 54 was a prediction. Also 25 to 30 runs at the moment. Sebastian is bang on the money, and also he will get 38 from It Was Plain Spotter Jono, and also 29 for Darlow, 27 for Jay Hayes, and then also out before 40, but 36, and also 41 for It Was Darlow. And Sports Sedan is another one there who has had a little bit of a prediction at it as well. Let's buy a house in Penrith. You go halves or go your halves as well, says Jay. But now Xavier Bartlett, he's only hit himself 51 runs in the BBL. He's certainly got a big frame, and he has got his best of 26 not out. Certainly going to be needing it in this game as well. Yeah, but we will have to wait and see exactly how it goes. Xavier Bartlett, he is there. I have ex-Aussie Army mates who live there as well, says Jay there. And now Behrendorff charging, and he has still got 1 over after this one. It's a nice slower delivery, and there is no run available. So now after 14 overs, 105 for 6 here. And have Ellie and Petty decided on a date yet or what as well? Says that BKR spot there in the chat. But Chris Lynn at the moment, he is only sitting on 26 off 31. Hasn't had any strike in the last kind of 2 overs or so, I don't think, for Chris Lynn. And also we have got the A still starting to feel tired as well. Says Ali Hills there in the chat. But now Chris Lynn and Xavier Bartlett, both talented in their own right. Bartlett definitely good with the ball in hand. Loves to bowl it with a bit of swing. There won't be too much swing available for them, though. Currently sitting at 6 overs left, and also the Tinderlad sport as well. And there is their date as well. And that chat says Jay, but it is going to be Chris Lynn, the big man on strike. He has had a few partnerships forming, but he's actually, of the partnerships, 10 runs, 3 runs, 6 runs, 5 runs, 1 run, 1 run for Chris Lynn. He's just not getting the strike at the moment in this fixture, which is why it is going to be so important that when he does swing the bat, it does end up connecting nicely, and he can hit it maybe all the way to the boundary, or just feel a little bit of confidence. The power surge, I don't believe they've taken it quite yet, but Ashton Agar now going to be bowling. Chris Lynn hits it down the ground. He's in no hurry. Oh, Ashton Agar now. Is he pulled up? No, he is all right. I thought for a second he did have a bit of an injury, but it is a single. And now Bartlett will once again have the strike. We have got the laughing emojis from Paddy and Ellie. And they're almost synchronized as well. We do see Ashton Agar at the moment. He's only gone for 13 runs off his first 3.1 overs. So he's certainly going to be in a good position to be able to close out this one by going for less than 22, I'm going to say as well. What even is tied at this point as well. And now it is going to be off the back foot there. Bartlett hits it down the ground. And also, is the channel involves matchmaking? Can we get Charlotte Keslick as a guest on the channel as well? Says Imagine. I feel like that would be definitely something we'd have to look into as well. No action for Batty, though. He has a dicky knee as well. Says it was Jay Hayes there as well. But the dots at the moment, he's been doing decently here for Ashton Agar tonight. Bowling a lot on the stumps and also just bouncing a little bit over as well. Going to be a bit of width there. Chrislin hits the ball straight into the hands of the man who was at third man, and that is going to be the wicket and the downfall possibly of the Brisbane Heat. Now, we know how many runs he got, 27. Someone said it, and it was indeed Jay Hayes. He said 27, and it is exactly what it was. So congratulations, mate. You win absolutely nothing. Unfortunately, we haven't really got any presents at this stage, but we will remember you. That sounds like you've passed away. You have not, I hope. I hope you're still here. Jay, you're still here. We haven't got the Who Guest 27 as well, says Sports Sudan. Me as well, says Jay there in the chat as well, as long as everyone in this chat plus Hamish is allowed to the wedding. Minus Darlo, it'll be a happiest ever after as well. And bang on, Jay as well, 10 out of 10 out of 10 out of 10. And also, credit to Sebastian, who did say between 25 and 30. And also, there was one for 29 as well, which was very close. In that regard, I'm still very awake as well, says Ali. But now it is going to be Gannon at the crease. This now has only a 9% chance for the Brisbane Heat to be able to win this one. I went 26 at the first night, at first right. As well, says Darlo. We'll go back and we have got, you went 29, Darlo, for your first prediction there. I do see, and then your second one was 41 for that one as well. But we have got there, which country, which country in the world would you want to visit once time in your lifetime as well? Don't know, I feel like South Africa, people say that it's quite good to watch the rugby as well, but maybe somewhere in the UK or something like that. At least we forget it, says Jay there. And that's it as well. Ashton Agar, nice delivery there, and now it is up to 51 needed off 32 deliveries for them to be able to get the win. Well done, Jay Hayes, as well. And also we have got their Heat have lost now as well. Says Plain Spotter, Jono. It does seem relatively likely. No. And also he could buy as well. Says it was Jay there. And the chat, it's going to be wide from Ashton Agar. Just down the ground for the single once again. So Gannon gets off the mark, but Bartlett and himself, Gannon, are both sitting on one run off 2 deliveries. And they need to somehow find a way of getting this run rate up to about 10 and over. They still have the power surge. And you wonder once again, I know that the Perth Scorchers mistimed their power surge. Do you think the Brisbane Heat are regretting the time that they have decided to take it now as well? Because I don't believe we have seen it quite yet for them. It is going to be just a single quick hands there from Ashton Agar. And now Bartlett is going to be once again on a strike at the end of that over. 5 overs left for them, 109 for 7 here. And this match is so one-sided and boring. Perth completely dominated with bat and ball as well. Says Coding, although this is one of those ones, it was relatively close up to a point because the Brisbane Heat, they were actually able to catch up to what the Scorchers had at this stage of the match. And they also, yes, they missed out on the Big Bash boost point, but they were actually neck and neck other than the fact that now the Scorchers have moved up to 123. And it was the Heat who are sitting on 109 at the moment. All good, Blaze Ardello as well. I will run up the bar as well on my JC. Why is JC still crying also? And in there as well. But now at this stage, it is going to be a very important power surge when they do decide to take it. And it looks like it could be now for them looking in the background. Is it going to be the power surge taken? They're just waiting for the camera to be on it as well. Are they going to? I believe it is going to be the power surge. They are just waiting for the camera to go back on them, but they're having a chat with the commentators at the moment. So that is why they haven't shown it. And because he misses you as well. And the chat, okay, no, they haven't taken the power surge yet. And in this situation, and now Kelly running in once again. It's the slower bouncer. Nicely hit there by Bartlett. He can actually hit a 6 if he needs to as well. 28 not out. It's very impressive for a man who comes in and bats at about number 7 or 8. Definitely in the Big Bash when you have so many talented bowlers who have so many variations as well, because you get, I can't speak English at this stage, unfortunately, for them. 48 needed off 29 balls here. So they do still need 10 and over if they do want a chance of being able to win this game. They've still got the power surge, though. When do they decide to use it? That's the big question. I think they'll give themselves an over or so just to try and find a little bit of form. That's an edge, and that's going to be out. And that's going to be now Gannon on his way, and that is the 3rd wicket now for Kelly. A little bit anticlimactic, that one. But unfortunately, Cameron Gannon, he is going to be out, and Matthew Kelly picks up his 3rd wicket as well. Are the Brisbane Heat going to get bowled out here? could be definitely on the table we have got there. So basically, he wants me to argue with him again. Well, that's not happening. I've learned how to behave myself and not get into fights as well. And now Cameron Gannon at this stage, 1 of 3 deliveries, does mean that he is going to be on his way. And now the Heat are in a real tricky predicament. They're 110 for 8 here. And they have got Majip making his way to the crease. And also he's walking as well. Says Sebastian, he was indeed in a thumbs up there. And the chat from Sebastian as well. He approves this message. And it's also going to be Liam Guthrie, who might have to make his way out there for the later stages, because they still have 28 balls, 48 runs required, and the run rate is going to be 10.29 runs per over here for these sides. But it is going to be Majip now on strike. He has got the Afghanistan gloves on, we can see. Of course, a very talented player from Afghanistan. And also, I mean, that's the thing, Mohammad Nabi, Rashid Khan, there are plenty of players who just perform on the next level when it comes to spin for Afghanistan. And as soon as they add a little bit more of that pace action as well, I feel like they will be real contenders for future World Cups. So it is going to be Kelly now steaming his way on once again. Has been bowling extremely well. And where's your stump? It's over there because he has been bowled. And Majip has gone first ball. And Kelly on a hat trick with the Brisbane Heat 9 down. They've got their Perth smash as well. They certainly are at the moment. Getting them 9 down. And now facing the hat trick ball, it will be Liam Guthrie. 4 wickets for Kelly, and he has only gone for the 11 runs so far. He has got a good opportunity of getting himself a 5 for here. He's just put it in the right spot. Majip not able to get onto it, and he's walking, says Sebastian. Yeah, I feel like he's walking. He probably doesn't have any choice. I feel like if you try and stand your ground for that one, you're probably going to get told to bugger off. But now Majip getting the golden duck there for the Brisbane Heat. Won't be too happy with that one. But now Darlow is there as well. We have got there what just happened. There was that. What is a crazy wicket as well, says Darlow. And a hat trick will be the icing on the cake as well. Exactly right. And now it is going to be Guthrie on strike. How many runs has he got on the BBL? It's not a huge amount, I don't believe, for Guthrie. They are about to show it. Has he got any in the BBL? I'm trying to think of whether or not I have seen him bat before. They're about to show his average and whatnot, but they will have to be relatively quickly putting it up, because it does seem like Kelly is ready to charge, and Majip is just bad. Just bad overall, not going to lie as well. Says Plain Spotter there, but now the hat trick ball. Can Kelly do it now? Can he not just bring up the hat trick, but also bring up his 5 for in a single one? But Liam Guthrie here for the Brisbane Heat. He is going to be on strike. Has he even got an average for T20? I'm not too sure. And also, we've got there. I need screenshots of this convo as well. Says Jay there in the jab. But now it is going to be going in. Kelly steaming into the crease. Hat trick ball. Oh, what a Yorker. But it has been stopped. And very unfortunate for him not to be able to sneak that one through. It would have bowled. I was going to say I would have bowled at least a batsman, but then saying that number 11 is about as low as you do get, but very nicely played by Guthrie. Knew it was going to be on the stumps as well. Another yawn. Another number as well. Says Ellie Hills. That is true. I don't actually know my sister's cell phone number. I've just realized. Sorry, guys. I'll give you one of mine. 7. There we go. And now it is going to be Kelly once again steaming in for this one. Can he get the 5 for another Yorker? Good shot down the ground, and that's going to be the 4 runs for Guthrie. Is this game over yet, or is there still some sort of hope here for the Brisbane Heat? I believe they've got to take the power surge, though. The next over is going to be the big one that they need to try and somehow catch up with this. At the moment, it is 1% chance that the Brisbane Heat do win this game. If they can do it, that is one of the best comebacks that we would have seen, but it's certainly going to be a tough one for them to be able to get the job done. I'm just trying to check the odds quickly, because 1% is not a huge amount for a team to be able to win. The Brisbane Heat at the moment paying $101 to the $1 for them to be able to get the win here. Slower ball there. Is it wide from Kelly? That is the over. Brilliant over from as well. He is going to have one more over after this as well. Hamish, I don't want your number as well. And a great deal as well. Says up Paddy Wagon there. And also we have there Kelly 4 for 15 after the 3 overs that he has been able to bowl. Very impressive figures. Is Ellie your sister, Hamish, as well? Says Jay. She is not. No, wouldn't that be a fun plot twist, though? The whole time you could have had the number just from the chat. But no, she is not my sister. That I know of. I am from Waimati, and everyone seems to know everyone. But I do not know if she is my sister or not. She's from Christchurch. I believe I'm not wrong. But now it is going to be Andrew Ty who might be able to close out this game for them at the moment. They have stopped taking money on the Brisbane Heat, mainly because of the fact that they feel like they would end up losing it all if the Brisbane Heat can end up making a massive comeback here. But it is going to be the power surge. They've decided to take it. And also we have got their Paddy as a player then as well, says Jay there. And at the chat, Now it is going to be Andrew Tye. He is going to be bowling. He's already picked up 2 wickets. Brisbane Heat, they need 44 of 24 balls here. Oh, Andrew Tye just runs in, runs back, and he is now going to be steaming back in for this one. Oh, gosh, imagine that, Hamish, as well. Says Ali Hills, yeah, it would be a plot twist and a half. It would be kind of Scooby-Doo style type thing of the fact that you're kind of doing the unmasking. And hey, I'm Hamish's sister. We have got their low as well, says Jay there. And now Bartlett on strike. Andrew Tye bowls it nicely. He tries to kind of cramp him up. It looks like they will be able to get the 2 here. Or do they? They've gone for it. Direct hit. Andrew Tye, did he end up hitting that one? He might have accidentally touched the stumps there. This could actually be not out. Might be safe, but if it is a direct hit, this is the end of the game. And the Perth Scorchers have been able to get their win over the Brisbane Heat, who will be bowled out. But the big question is whether or not it was a direct hit. They are just going to be going upstairs, I believe, for Andrew Tye to see whether or not he did end up accidentally bumping the stumps when the ball was coming in, or whether it was a direct hit. And it was going to be the wicket here. It's a good throw from the deep. Nailed it. That is the end of the game, and that is going to be the Perth Scorchers. They have been able to pick up themselves the win by around that kind of 44 runs mark as well. And also we have got their India versus South Africa should also be a good test series from 26th of December. India favourites for me in that. Oh, hang on. The bail split up. This is not the end of the game. This is not the end of the game. He actually knocked off the bail from the other angle. It looked like he didn't. He touched it by his hand. That is going to be not out. And this game is not over yet, ladies and gentlemen. I don't even know what's going on anymore, says Elliot in the chat as well. That is going to be not out. Andrew Tye just accidentally bumping the ball with his hand, and they're going to be able. I guess that counts as 2 runs, does it? Were they able to run through? Perth smash as well. And the chat says, Jay, this game is not over. Same here says Paddy Wagon. Brisbane Heat still got that little tiny chance of being able to win this one. Brisbane Heat 1% chance of winning it. Darlow as well in the channel. What says Jay? And the channel also same here and there. So now this game, it is going to continue just for now. It was a brilliant throw from the deep. Unfortunately for him, Hobson, I believe it is. I was looking at his back and I was like, Hobo? No, Hobson. Hobson it was. And also, yeah, I've got there. I was about to say goodnight, but I guess it's not over now. He's still got a few more deliveries, perhaps. Andrew Tye now this time. But on the stumps, that one's gone high. That's going to be a cheeky shot there, and that's going for 4 runs for Xavier Bartlett. Is this somehow? I feel like the momentum is starting to change a little bit. How old are you as well? Says Jay Hayes for Ellie and Patty, and also they're about saying goodnight. We are about to say goodnight. Can the Brisbane Heat somehow win this game? If they did, like they are saying, one of the greatest comebacks, but pretty much, unfortunately, Andrew Tye, he ended up hitting the ball. Or hitting the stumps with his hands, which in the end the bail did fall off. But now it will be Andrew Tye once again bowling Bartlett, just trying to free the arms. It's a good shot. That's 4 once again here for the Brisbane Heat. They are getting closer and closer and closer. I'm almost 21 as well. And the chat says Ellie there. Now at the moment, this game is not over. 34 needed from 21 balls. I'm 21 as well. Says Betty Wagon there. Another 4 for Xavier Bartlett. The Brisbane Heat to win this game is now down to $12. Breaking news, Scorchers disqualified, but not being based in Australia as well. Well, they have got Colin Munro, who is, of course, from the Kiwi land. Paddy is 21. I think he said earlier as well. Sets a bash in there, but now Xavier Bartlett. Can he change this game for the Brisbane Heat? It's getting closer and closer and closer. Anyone who is new, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to this channel. Andrew Tye, good Yorker there. It's a dot ball. Okay. We're just going to settle down a little bit because we've still got another 8 balls of the power surge. If Bartlett can hit this ball to the boundary about 4 more times in those 8 balls, we've got a game on our hands, ladies and gentlemen. And also we have got, I think, Ellie and Patty, our brother and sister as well, says Jay there in the chat. Now Andrew Tye, he has been able to get himself 2 wickets so far. It could have been the run out. The game could have been over, but unfortunately for him, did end up hitting the ball, or hitting his hand on the stump first, I should say. Now once again, bowling it. It's the short ball trying to ramp it up there. Not able to connect, and it is another good delivery from Andrew Tye. Another dot ball. Breaking news, Perth, a 1932 smash as well. And I got as well, and we had this conversation earlier, and it was on the last stream as well, brother and sister. And also we have got there, Gosh, as well, says it was Hills there in the chat. Bartlett at the moment sitting on 13 off 9 deliveries. He's doing decent. Guthrie also sitting at more than a runner ball, and he is sitting for himself at 4 off 3 now. It is going to be Andrew Tye. Another bouncer. That one's gone straight up in the air. He hasn't got any of it, though, and it is going to be falling short. Chance at the run out. Almost overthrows, but it is going to be the end of the 17th over, and now the score 125 for 7. Still 1 more over of the batting power play for the power surge. I am wondering whether or not Bartlett can pull out something absolutely incredible here for his side. I feel like there's a chance, but they're just showing there. Andrew Dye, unfortunately for him, did knock off the bail, but the second one wasn't lit up, they are saying. So maybe they are saying that it should have been in that situation of being rather than the not out. It should have still been out, they are trying to say, but it is too hard to tell for that one. Breaking news, Ellie and Paddy are brother and sister as well. There's Darlo there in the chat. Okay, so they are trying to say split screen. They are trying to check this one. Breaking news. And also we have got there, ready or not, or we're not as well, says Ellie there, but now it is going to be Kelly. Can he bring up his fifer? We will have to wait and see whether or not that will be the case. Let's see whether or not they can do it. It is going to be Kelly, who has already got himself 33 off 18. Giving himself space there. He has hit that one hard. Bartlett, that's in the gap as well. That's another 4 runs for him as well. The Heat have spirit as well. They do indeed. Bartlett at the moment sitting on 18 off 11. I mentioned that his best score that he has got himself was 28 not out. 29 runs needed off 17 balls. They've only got the 1 wicket in hand. This will be about a 50-run partnership between the 2 last batsmen here if they were able to get it going. It's going to be absolutely incredible if they can pull it off. The Brisbane Heat, can they do it, ladies and gentlemen in the chat? Do let me know yes or no. What are you saying? Can they get the job done here, the Brisbane Heat? I commend Hamish having the ability. Like I told him to as well. I'm getting better at it, mate. Also, we have got there versus Blaze Boxing and Penrith as well. It's going to be a pitcher. Bartlett strikes it well, hits it for 4, and that is another one now. 25 runs required of 26 balls. This is getting closer and closer and closer, and Bartlett is just on fire at the moment. 22 off 12. Is he going to be able to do it? The power surge, they've taken it at the perfect time, you would have to say, because they are now really starting to bring it back. All they need is a wicket here for the Perth Scorchers to be able to win this game up against the Brisbane Heat. But the Brisbane Heat, they have got other ideas. Xavier Bartlett, I said he can swing a bat. He has proven that at the moment because he just keeps on going. 25 off 16 deliveries, 9 wickets down. Can they do it? Full at the stumps, they are saying. You've got to risk it. You've only got 2 men outside of the ring. They've got a man at deep cover, or kind of deep cover point region, and then the other man who is deep at the moment is out deep mid-wicket way. Well, them as well, hi as well on the chat. Welcome into the live stream, mate. Hope you are doing well. Kelly at the moment, he is starting to get whacked around a little bit. Pitched up delivery outside of our stump, and it does mean that it is the dot ball. That is exactly where he's got to keep on bowling it. Feel like Bartlett, anytime he gets the opportunity to hit it to his leg side, he's going to take it, and he's going to be able to hit it bad. Hit it good, I should say, as well. Hector Final Overs, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe, said Sebastian as well. And Bing Bong in the chat says it was Jay, but nonetheless now Kelly, little bit of pressure on him. 3.3 overs. He was looking a lot better in terms of those bowling figures before this over did take place. Still 8% chance for the Brisbane Heat to be able to win this game, but they certainly need to find the boundary once again in a very short moment. Kelly, it's a wide ball. That's going to be a wide. It's going to be 2 wide there for Kelly, and that is going to be a single now, I guess you could say, in favour of Bartlett. We have got there so jealous of how much better I am than him as well. And Bing Bong in the chat says it was a BK, and also BKR, not BK, you're not Burger King. Although you are the king of your, what were you the king of? Oh, the post views. We have got there SEP Employee of the Month as well, says JE is indeed. Is doing very nicely for the moderation of the channel. It is now going to be Kelly once again, steaming his way in to Yorker. It's going to be pitched up. It looks like they are just going to be taking the 1 run, and now Guthrie going to be on strike. We better not lose this as well. And the chat says Jay there. Yeah, it would definitely be something that the Perth Scorchers would be kicking themselves about if that was the case. Although now they only have 2 more balls of having less than the 5 men in the outfield. So it's going to be important that they hit one of these 2 to the boundary. It's Guthrie who is going to be on strike for this one. They actually, that's the thing, 9.8 from here isn't too bad. And BKR Blaze kitchen rules as well. And the chat says Jay Hayes there. They are pushing a man back. It is going to be deep square leg. That is going to be pushing it instead. Going to have kind of a bit of a backwards square leg as well. He was just on this kind of ring, I guess you could say as well. 23 off 14 deliveries here. He is going to be steaming in once again here for Kelly. It's a pitched up delivery. It's hit down the ground. It's going to be the single. So now Bartlett, does he decide to take the single here to try and get himself back into the situation of being on strike? I feel like he's almost just got to swing here and just go for one more little chance of being able to get it over the boundary before you get into that stage of having the men back. But this is going to be close. Bartlett sitting on 23 off 14 deliveries. He looks like he is still pretty cool, calm, and collected at the moment for the Brisbane Heat. There will certainly be some heat out there at the moment. I believe it's about 30 degrees Celsius at the moment in Perth at Optus Stadium. Guthrie, he does probably not want too much of the strike in the near future, but it is going to be Kelly once again. He's bowled it wide. Too wide. It is going to be have another go. So because of it, it does mean now that they get one more extra run. 21 runs off 13 deliveries here. And he is saying there, hang on, he walked across, so maybe that is why he's not too happy with it, Kelly. This game's going to go down to the wire a lot closer than I thought it was. Andrew Tyre, he will be going. Why didn't I just let the ball hit the stumps rather than hitting my hand with the stumps? Or stumps with my hand, if you want to go around that way. But now, Kelly, final ball of his spell, we think. Unless he bowls another wide, it's a good Yorker straight down the ground from Bartlett. Doesn't quite get it through the gap, though. Brilliant fielding, and he gets the strike back. For the Brisbane Heat, they need 20 off 2 overs at 10 runs and over. They are going to be trying to do it. Brisbane Heat will win it from here, as well, says Darlow. And also, we have got the unblock me in the chat from Jay, but at this stage, 138 for 9. Still the 1 wicket left in their favour. Bartlett, he does not want to go out, but certainly doesn't want to go out for Guthrie in this situation. You'd hate to see it happen for that man, as he has been working very hard at the non-strikers end just to feed the strike to Bartlett, and also hit himself a boundary a little bit earlier on in this one. But the net run rate between these two sides is going to be so very close. Still 31 degrees in Perth, so it's certainly very hot there at the moment, and it is now going to be Behrendorff who will be getting this over. That's a lie. It's Andrew Tyre. I believe Behrendorff will have the last of this match, but now Andrew Tyre, he's gone for 29 runs off his 3 overs. So because of that, that would put them through to needing about 10 off the final over. But Bartlett now, he is going to be ready to go. It's a good Yorker, and it goes straight through. Do they run the overthrow? They do not. Bartlett gets sent back by Guthrie. He was like, I don't want it. And now it is going to be still Bartlett who will be on strike for this one. The last thing you want here when you're in the 9th, 10th wicket partnership, really, you don't want to run out. That would be the terrible way to have it, even though I guess, ironically, they were going to have a run out earlier on, but instead it did work out for them. Andrew Tyre, 20 runs off 11 now. It's fun to see Jay Hayes mad as well in the chat, says Darlow. And now it is going to be going for once again. Andrew Tyre with a bouncer. Tries to hit it away there. They're going to be able to scamper through for 2. Guthrie running extremely hard. They are going for that. They have to. And they have been able to get back nicely now. 18 needed off 10. Still very close and still there as well, says Ellie Hills for Paddy. Or sorry, says Paddy Wagon for Ellie Hills there in the chat. Is there a chance that a team who were just paying $101 to win this game can win this game? And also we have got there no in the chat. Although I think that was for something else as well. And then we got Hi as well. Hello, how are you? Hope you're doing well. 18 runs needed from 10 balls at the moment here. And Andrew Tyre bowls that beautifully bowled there for him as well. That is not going to be the wide, and that is the dot ball. Bartlett falling over, trying to reach for that one. And yes, there is as well. And yep, in the chat as well. In the chat and squirrels as well, says Paddy Wagon there. But Jimmy Pearson, he will be a little bit disappointed with his batting. Also, Chris Lynn, you'd have to say 27 off 33 balls. He certainly didn't go at a frantic rate. Someone else who didn't go too quickly, Darcy Short, and they only missed out by a couple balls as well. Now Andrew Tyre once again. It's a brilliant Yorker. Bartlett, no option but to just block that one. That one would have cleaned up the stumps. And now at the moment, Andrew Tyre, he is pouring on the pressure. Bartlett, the ball is in his court as well. And also we've got the question, if the Heat are able to come back here, do you think it will still be the greatest comeback in history? As well, says Big House Ball. I wouldn't say in history, but it's certainly going to be close in that regard for in terms of whether or not they will be able to, like, I mean, a 10th wicket partnership is always like absolutely brilliant. I'm thinking of Ben Stokes and also, it's called not as a wide there. And Bartlett asking the question, Ben Stokes and also Joe Leach. Joe Leach? I believe his name is Leach, isn't it? Joe Leach. His name's not... Is it Joe? Is it Joe Leach? I know it's Leach. But yeah, Stokes and Leach for the test match in England. Like, that comeback that they had was absolutely incredible. That should have been a wide. Unfortunately, he need 2 runs this ball. As well, I'm breaking news as well for Ratma removed as the ODI captain. That's a good strike of the ball for Bartlett, but he would have definitely been wanting the chance of being able to hit that one to the boundary a little bit earlier on. The scores haven't refreshed as well. Well, we will go like this, and we will go like this, and then it goes like this, and there we go, 141 for 9. They need a total of 17 runs off this last over now. And also Virat Kohli removed as ODI captain of India. Rohit Sharma preferred as well, said Sports Sudan. So that is very big breaking news there in that regard. But now Bartlett sitting on 27 off 21. I mentioned that his best is 28 not out. If he gets himself another 17 runs here, he gets himself in the 40s, 44 it would be. And also he'd have lost this as they need 16 runs at least for a super over. And please refresh score as well, says Dead End Gamer there. It will be updated now. It was just a little bit behind Jack Leach. Jack, not Joe. And the only standing soldier for England after day one. Tell you what, The way that like that match went though with Stokes and how he'd always remove the glasses, give them a shine because they were getting a bit sweaty, and then keep on going. That was a full toss there. Bartlett not able to make the most of it. Does he keep himself on strike? I believe he did. Now because of it, he has now got 5 balls to try and hit 16 runs for a super over, and Deddy just did as well. And that one as well, says Jay. And the chat, and also we have got the Heat have lost this as well. And also we have got there, that's what Deddy just did for the scoreboard predicting or updating, I should say. Perth Scorchers currently, this is a big moment. Behrendorff, he's only gone for 23 runs up till this point. He hasn't been an expensive bowler. For him to go to 16 would mean that he has done some big, dangerous deliveries that probably end up with a no ball or a wide or all sorts like that. They've got everyone back on the leg side, and that is what they're going to be trying to aim for. Brilliant ball there for him as well. Trying to scamper through for the single, and they are able to do so. They actually did get the single for that last one, so now they are going to need 15 off the last 4 balls of this match. Very, very close between these two. Now, I believe they will be sitting way up in the TAB odds. They're up to $10 now for that one. I find it crazy how well they have been able to fight back, though. They were sitting 101, and then from there now, they were down to about 6, I think was the highest that they have had, but now it is going to be Bartlett once again on strike. He has matched his best, although he is not out now. He's going to be hitting it nicely. That's going to be fielded, and they do just take themselves a single. Bartlett kicking himself there. Don't punch the bat, mate. You'll do it. Give it Devon Conway and end up missing a few seasons. We have got that. Deddy just did it as well on 70 cents. Says Jay there, and also we have got there. I think I'm starting to find my brain as well. Says Ellie Hills, I feel like I lost mine a long time ago. 14 off 3 here for the runs required. This needs to be a 6 for Guthrie, or even just a boundary. A boundary here for him would make it just that little bit closer for themselves. But Behrendorff now, he's striking it nicely. He's actually hit that one through the... what a... Ashton Agar has just saved the match, possibly. That one isn't going to lead to the boundary, but tell you what, that was absolutely incredible fielding from Ashton Agar. He had to fully outstretch it. If that was a 4, then all of a sudden you're looking at maybe sitting at 10 off 2 balls rather than the 13 we have got there. I might be doing the same as well. And yawn in there. No. We always got the yawn and also Perth match in the chat from it, Jay. But now it is going to be once again Bartlett who is on strike on this one. I am slouching big time. This game's going to be going down to the final ball. It's a big full toss from Behrendorff. It's gone through the gap. Was that a no ball? Was it a no ball? Is it a no ball? Because it is a 4. Is it a no ball? Are they going to be looking at this one? I feel like they've got to. I feel like they've got to go upstairs and have a look at this one to see whether or not score a fresh, please, as well. And the chat, there we go. We will go like this. How high was it on him? That's a no ball. I think that's a no ball. I think it should be a no ball. I don't think it's going to be a no ball, though, but magic in the chat from Sebastian. Please yawn as well, says Jay. Is this a no ball? Are they checking this one? It's a free hit. It's a free hit here for Bartlett. No. Oh, it's a front foot no ball. They've said too high. So now this is going to be a free hit for Bartlett. What is going on? Now Bartlett now, he is going to have to face this ball of Behrendorff. Oh, he's going to hit it down the ground. And now they're going to be running back for 2, do they? They're going to be trying. Guthrie's there. They are out. And they win this game now. Ooh, tell you what, I want to see some magic as well. Says Jay, you almost did, mate. For that one, they've been able to sum it up. They had to go for the 2, though, just to make it a little bit more doable. And a 6 off the last ball would have won it for them. But that is the end of the game. And the Brisbane Heat, they miss out just in this fixture. And in the end, it is the Perth Scorchers who have been able to get themselves a win. It was the wicket for the run out. Of course, you can't get yourself out for getting bowled or caught or anything like that off a no ball, but you certainly can get run out. Great bullet arm there from the Perth Scorchers fielder, and he makes sure he takes the bails off their Perth smash as well. And there, and yeah, it's about to end as well. Says it, Paddy Wagon there, but nonetheless, that is going to be close to the end of this live stream. Hope you guys did enjoy. That was a dramatic last 3 overs. Yeah, that no ball. All of a sudden, that looked a little bit nervous. Lynn 27 as well, says Jay. He was indeed able to get that exact amount, and Perth Scorchers survive as well. And also, we have got there the Bing Bong in the chat. Says that BK Sport there as well. But nonetheless, thank you all very much for tuning in. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you are new. And I will be seeing you all for the next one. One moment, we all go like this, and we will go like this as well. And also we have got the if Agar, that would have been a 4 and close the win as well. But thank you all very much for tuning in, and I will see you all for the next one.